This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton bedding from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with airy blankets, cloud-like duvets, and breathable sheets. You'll experience pure comfort on night one and feel your bedding get softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first order at bollandbranch.com with code CUMULUS. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Excuse me, darling. I hate to interrupt you, but there's something I must tell you. I will sing for you now. My dear, if you find yourself in Holland, they'll say to you, how yaman. In France, they'll say, fermez la gueule. In Athens, you'll hear Skamos. In Berlin, it's Helton, see the Schnauzer. In Jakarta, it's simply Bonkom. Let me translate for you, darling. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Has there ever been a topic on which you don't expound? Has there ever been a moment when your mouth wasn't making a sound? Have you ever had the feeling that you might have said enough? I am begging you, my darling, shut up, shut up, shut up. Day or night, it does not matter. You still want to shoot the breeze. When I hear your constant chatter, I'm thinking, someone shoot me, please. Maestro, le key change. Now we are in the bedroom. So comfortably reclined. Too bad the only intercourse we're having is the conversational kind. There's just one way to stop you from blabbering so much. Say hello to Mr. Johnson and shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Many portions of the upcoming program have been pre-recorded, meaning they've already happened, and they're about to happen again. So where was it? Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're glad to have you here. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Josh Arnold, the I Hate Steven Singer sidekick chair.
I have an embarrassing confession after this.
All right, there's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
On a serious note and a not serious note.
Okay.
First off, Bob doing great.
Good.
Bob is home, and Becky is taking care of him, and he's doing real well. And we'll be able to talk to him soon. So hang in there, Bob. He's doing great. So it's been a recovery. He had his operation about a month ago, and the cancer is gone. So that's great news. Anyway, on a silly note, we were talking about these code phrases for having intimate encounters. Thank you for going right to the chase there, Christy. There is a phrase.
I didn't say anything.
I did.
Oh,
I said Christy.
Okay, yeah.
What'd she say? I missed it.
Sex. It.
Okay. Right in the who.
I got a code.
They got delivery in that who.
Hey, dirty leg. Let me taste the salad.
That's exactly how I picture you.
Boy,
Non sequiturs, not connected. You know absolutely nothing what you're talking about.
I don't know how you had kids.
Oh, I don't either.
The phrase, and Steve took the time and trouble to remind me, is celebrating Bob's birthday.
Sure.
So, Christy, you could be at an elegant dinner, which I don't know you like elegant dinners.
Oh, yeah.
You're there with your man, and there's maybe 6 other people at the table, and all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, we've got to go celebrate Bob's birthday." And then you can get up and leave, and then knock one off in the car.
There you go.
But see, that's
perfect night.
It's a nice neutral phrase. People don't know what you're doing, what you're talking about, as opposed to some of the phrases that have been suggested. I always say to my wife, "Let's go bump uglies." Really, it's got to make her feel good.
Well, have you really?
They're not.
Have you really seen those up close?
All of our pudendum is.
You think so?
Unattractive.
That's why you shut your eyes.
Mine's pretty.
What?
Well, it's because you bedazzle it.
Light rouge, a little
yours
wig
is
on
young.
top.
As opposed to Josh, who has Josh is famous for his grooming down there, is the topiary like productions that you do. What is the current statuette in your pubes?
The Ghostbusters logo.
You stopped doing all that, right?
I still manscape, regularly. Mm-hmm.
Our friend Zach
Hang on a second. Let me interrupt, Christy. I'm sorry. I apologize.
That's all right.
Have you ever encountered, not to suggest that you've encountered a lot of them, but in the...
Ask the room. How about that?
You can ask me. I'm upfront about all this.
Have you ever encountered one that was groomed in such a way that you were startled?
Yes. We talked about this off the air. Were you not in the room yesterday when we were talking about this?
No.
Yes, I did.
Can you describe it without...
It was...
Green?
No, it was groomed almost like wearing long shorts.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
So,
like from the waist down to almost the knees.
Had been straightened?
Oh, I
Had
see.
been shaved.
Just zero hair in that.
Yes.
It looked like he was wearing flesh boxers.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't take Andy for that kind of guy. Weird.
Not Andy. Oh, my God. I'm going to hear about that. Thanks. This was a long, long time ago. Yeah.
It's 3 months.
Wow, that's interesting.
Wasn't that interesting? I don't know. Maybe I never asked. Maybe he was into biking or something. Wore bike shorts a lot. I don't know. But
Okay.
I like to do a comb over.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, kind of.
That's nice.
Like Rudy Giuliani's head, that kind of pathetic comb over that you're not fooling anybody. I'm sorry. We have.
Harry's gone. You need to get rid of all that.
Yeah.
Being hairy is not good.
It's very gauche, Tom.
Yeah, it's very gauche.
Well,
you don't like your women that way.
Trey.
Why would you expect them to like you that way?
Trey,
I'll have to tell
women.
Mo Howard that it's time to go curly, to put it into a Three Stooges analogy, which we can all relate to.
Yes.
would you care to see the numbers on how many people know, the percentage of people who know who Mo Howard is?
Well, and those that don't, I feel sorry for.
Well,
I do too.
If you've never seen the episode of the Three Stooges where Curly is singing opera while they're putting the tone arm on
I
the...
can't
That
imagine
is so
anything
funny.
stupider.
I even know the melody. Right?
Yes.
Right? Oh, is
May
that
I
funny?
tell you guys a story?
You
that happened
may.
yesterday? I was at the grocery store Yes, with my forklift.
Were you buying potatoes?
Guys.
Potatoes. Oh, no, it's not that story.
Go ahead, Josh.
I was heading out to my car with my shopping cart.
Did your car get a flat?
And it was
carts.
about...
You mean shopping carts, yes. Thank you for that.
Stop, you guys.
It wasn't too hot. It was like maybe 78, something like that out. It was kind of nice out. And
When was that?
it was like 2 or 3 days ago. It wasn't as bad as you might think.
Did all your ice cream melt?
It's really hot now, though.
I know. The reason I'm bringing that up is because I looked over and my the car that was parked there the window was down and there was a dog in the back seat. So what I'm trying to say is it wasn't dangerously hot for the dog to be back there. And I can only see the silhouette of the dog. And so I load my car up and then I put the cart back in to the
cart corral.
Place. Thank you. And I look over into the open window. I go, "What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?" And I got a little closer, and it was not a dog. It was an old man in a fuzzy hat.
Now, did you regret having your pants half down?
I'm waiting for that.
No, it's embarrassing enough, and then you say something like that and ruin the whole
No,
story.
sorry.
I didn't see that coming.
That's just the kind of thing that I would have
I
done.
did not see that.
And the guy looked at me like I was an absolute maniac, as he should have.
And he said, "I'm waiting for my son to come back."
An old man in a fuzzy hat.
Yes.
The only thing that would have made that better if he, I'm fine. Hey,
Yeah.
And he just goes, "Hello there, young man. And aren't you cute too, young man?"
That would have been funnier if he went boop, 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 boop.
Yes. Did you scare him? He was somewhat alarmed. And I just kind of laughed.
Can you recreate the exact way you said it?
Yes, as I was walking to, because I wanted to get a look at the dog or whatever.
You gotta get a look at it.
What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?
Was a window partially rolled down? Could he hear you at all?
Yeah, it was all the way. It was all the way down.
Even better.
And he was sitting in the center of the back seat.
Oh, that's weird.
So but the silhouette with his hat bill, it looked like the muzzle of a dog.
Who's wearing a fuzzy hat in the summer?
It was very fuzzy and it was very long.
I get cold.
It was a silly hat.
Yeah.
But
Why do
man,
old people get so cold? I don't get it.
You know what? You know what's funny is that he's going to go to his son or whoever's driving him. And he's going to go, this guy just walked up and he used a dog voice. It was and no one's going to believe him.
Right.
Yeah, Grandpa's dimension's back. He thinks that he's seeing people talking to him in dog voices in the parking lot.
It's really sad.
Did you laugh all the way home?
yeah, they're like, that guy must have. Who knows?
Weren't you embarrassed? Like,
I was embarrassed.
What did you do in there?
did you
I
say,
wanted to look at me like, why are you talking to me? Like, I'm a veteran of World War II. I'm more of a man than you'll ever be.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I kind of laughed and went said, sorry. I just got my car and left.
The only thing close to that recently, I was at a
bless your heart.
I was at a place. It was a place where they make coffee. A kind of a mom and pop place.
Yeah.
It was a place where they make
It was a coffee house.
But it wasn't a
coffee shop.
Starbucks. It was a.
Yeah.
And the lady in front of me started using a lot of Spanish words for the barista. and then he's got her coffee. And I get up there, and the guy looks at me and he goes, "I don't know what the hell she's doing. I don't speak a word of Spanish." She was just assuming that this young man was of Mexican heritage.
Wow.
Oh, he took it well. It was like, what the hell just happened here?
That story is unbelievable in the fact that I just can't believe that it was you who wasn't the person trying to speak Spanish to this person.
Hola. El Coffeo. Hot.
Por favor.
Dunkashane, senor.
Hey, good morning and welcome to the Best of the Bob and Tom Show here for a Thursday. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Coming up on the show today, rejected license plates, plus stripper names, Nick Novicki, Ian Bagg, Dan St. Paul, Sam Miller, and lots more. But coming up next, Ed Septic checks in. We'll be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show here on a Thursday. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Ed Septic checks in during this segment of the best of the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Next.
We're getting ready for the Super Bowl. I'm thinking chili for me at the compound.
Excellent choice, Chick.
I'm going to get in that kitchen and make some chili. What do you think? I'm going to open up the cabinet.
Slow cooker?
Yes, I will slow cook.
Will you serve it in a bowl of Fritos?
Absolutely.
How about on top of spaghetti?
No spaghetti.
Cornbread?
No cornbread.
I have both those ways.
I have pretzel crackers. I adore.
Oh, okay.
On my
Are they
soups.
the flips? Where one side it's like a...
They are absolutely the
Those
flips.
are awesome.
So good.
Yes.
And now they have flavors. Like you take a trip in the Mediterranean or... really
You tell the dogs, hey, I'm off to the Mediterranean.
That's right. I have a bite of Mediterranean. And then I take them with me sometimes.
Right now, it's time to shift gears a little bit. We go to the screen and we have...
It's Jeff Probst. Never talked about cousin.
It's Ed Septic here from Ed Septic Sewage Plumbing and Supply.
Hey,
Ed, I like your outfit. That looks really familiar.
Thank you. Zooming in here from my shop, having a cold one to start the day.
Oh, it sure is. Look at that.
You know what they say, it's 5:30 somewhere.
Oh, yeah. It's real.
You guys excited about the big game this weekend?
Yeah, you got a special?
I don't even know who's in it. All I know is I'm rooting for the Browns to go down, if you catch my drift.
Well, can't they actually measure when the commercials play on the Super Bowl by toilet flushes in many cities?
I don't know these facts and numbers that you're talking about, Tom, but I have to, since it's you, I assume you're correct.
That's correct.
If you have a quick second, Tom, I wanted to introduce you to a good friend of mine.
Oh, good.
This is Turdy the Turd Wrench. Old Turdy here. That's right. Turdy is a fourth-generation turd ranch. It was passed down from my great-grandfather Ned Septic to my grandfather Fred Septic to my dad Ted, then on to me, Ed. Hopefully one day I can pass it on to my son, Ed number 2. Unfortunately, though, Ed number 2 is currently more interested in playing Fortnite than learning the family business. But I guess I should cut him some slack. You're only 6 once. Boy, if old Turdy here could talk, the stories he would tell. My great-grandfather Ned used old Turdy here during Prohibition. Yeah, he'd use it to fix people's pipes and people who got behind on their hooch payments to the mob.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then during the Depression, my grandfather Septic used Turdy to steal people's pipes so he could scrap them for cash to keep his family fed.
All right.
Oh, the memories. My father once used Turdy here to fend off my mother when she caught him banging Miss Jenkins from apartment 227. Because unlike myself, my father Ted would bang both your pipes and your wife all day, every day.
But not you, Ed.
No, I remember on his deathbed, he handed old Turdy to me, pulled me in close, and said, I know your mother poisoned me, boy. I can't prove it, but the bitch did it. Then he says to me, don't lose old Turdy here. It's the only thing that's ever mattered to me in my entire life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we had him cremated, then we flushed him down his favorite toilet at Tiger Stadium during the 7th inning stretch.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, now he's up in the clouds with his porcelain god and his angel soft toilet paper looking down. I hope I'm making you proud, Papa.
I'm sure you are, Edward.
All right, I gotta run. I gotta I got 9:30 at the Bernowskis. They got a basement full of sewage up to their elbows.
Oh, no.
Anybody want to take the prop bet on the over/under on the number of floaters? Nope. All right. Go down Browns.
That's Ed from Med Septic. Remember, he'll bang your pipes, but he won't bang your wife.
Always a treat.
Gentleman.
It's a family tradition, though. So nice. I'm sorry. Now we have some cool Olympic news. I think this is a great story, and you, of course, don't.
No, I think it's a wonderful story, and I've been instructed to be enthusiastic about this story, so I will be. The medals that will be awarded at the Paris Olympics will be made with pieces of the Eiffel Tower.
Isn't that cool? I just hope I hope they didn't I hope they didn't use the structural pieces at the bottom holding it up.
I don't think so.
The hexagonal polished chunk of iron taken from the iconic landmark is being embedded in each gold, silver, and bronze medal that will be hung around athletes' necks.
That is incredibly cool.
Paris
No, it isn't.
Games this summer.
If I win a gold medal, I want it 100% gold.
99.9%.
That's right.
Gold, baby, gold.
It's a brilliant artistic.
It's like when you
move.
get a brownie with nuts. Like, no, I just want the brownie.
Yeah.
You know something?
You gotta have nuts.
I don't agree with your analogy, but I do hate.
You wouldn't
nuts
even let
and
me just have that little aside.
No, Josh is right. Nuts and brownies ruin them. I love nuts. I love brownies. No, hate
Not
it.
even a pecan?
No.
Pecan? What about a pecan sandy? Do you like those? And
Sure.
Who was Sandy, by the way?
And what is a sandy?
Yeah.
It's a dusty cookie. Dry but tasty.
Joachim Ronson, head of design at the Paris Games Organizing Committee.
He's
And
great.
By the
Ronson.
way, Perrin, he thinks all Americans are filthy pigs. He said the iron chunks each weigh 18 grams. I'm not sure where we are in poundage or ounces.
Iron Chunk was my nickname in elementary school.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Here comes Iron.
I always had a wrinkled shirt and I was fat. So they ironically called me Iron Chunk.
Iron chunks in there. 18.
I love nuts and brownies.
They were taken from pieces that have been swapped out of the Eiffel Tower during renovations. You mean that's not the original Eiffel Tower that we see?
But to maintain it, there are certain things they have to do. This is the coolest thing.
Can you say it's 100% the Eiffel Tower as it stood in 1832 when it was constructed?
I think it's 5% original materials.
That's exactly what I think.
It's almost exclusively original material.
I don't want my silver medal with rusty bits in it.
Game organizers added the metal used in the medals, not to mention the Eiffel Tower bits, all recycled, not newly mined.
You see the picture on it?
Nope. The chunks are stamped. I mean, no, not yet, but I will be looking forward to seeing them. The chunks are stamped with Paris 2024. And
that makes sense.
The game's logo, which looks like a flame or the face of a woman
lighting a cigarette
with a bob haircut.
One in France.
What is the percentage of French people
that
who
smoke?
Is it like 100%?
I think the per capita the most is, I want to say, China.
Is that right?
Yeah, somewhere in Asia. But I think France is still pretty high.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing to put in the medal. I think it's just so cool. You don't. It's so artistic and fun.
These
Paris Games are going to be great.
It's interesting. The jury's still out on how they're going to be able to do it.
What do you mean?
Logistically, it's causing nightmares.
We hear this before every Olympics.
No, well, if you were like me and had several native Parisians calling you at midnight.
The only thing native Parisians call you, we can't say on the radio.
You filthy.
Rhymes with ucking hole.
I thought that was French. Are you kidding me?
Well, pardon is French.
Here's another story.
Do we know if they're going to be able to swim in the Seine yet?
Yeah, if they don't mind having diarrhea for 6 weeks.
No, there was a problem with E. coli last summer. They were testing it. So it's going to be great. I'm very excited.
So if you were an athlete and they said, "Okay, it's safe to swim in there now," would you swim in there now?
Sure. These athletes have spent the better part of their lives preparing for this. It's going to be great.
I'll ask someone reasonable.
Yes,
Jess. Would you swim? You're an athlete going to the Olympics, and they said, well, last year at this time it was full of E. coli. Now it's fine. Go ahead and swim. Would you swim?
Yeah, I mean, if they treated it.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
No?
I'd go drink a glass right now in front of me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because the average Olympic swimmer ingests 7 glasses of water. Did you know that when they swim?
Absolutely.
And that's just in the 50-meter. Those marathon guys, my God.
I don't even want to talk about
Kids, do not tell that to your teacher today. Yeah.
The breaststroke. What if they have someone broadcasting the swimming competition in the Olympics, and every time he says breaststroke, oh
my gosh.
I know when I see that breast, I stroke.
Oh, man, look at that.
I wouldn't.
All right.
I'd watch those Olympics. The Olympics they're essentially obsolete, aren't they?
What do you mean?
Nobody cares. Nobody watches.
Yes, they do.
They watch Snoop
real
Dogg
time?
and Gary Hart. No, what's his name?
Kevin
Hart.
I'd watch Gary Hart. Look at her.
Is he still alive?
I don't know, but if he were announcing women's volleyball,
she's hot.
I like it.
You know, Paris is
here we
famous
go.
for its open urinals.
What do you mean open urinals?
You mean like out on the sidewalk?
Yeah, eco-friendly open urinals in the several parts of Paris.
Lovely place.
I don't remember that.
They drain right into the sand.
I don't think that's true.
You know, they have sidewalk commodes that are just glass great poupon jars.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, that I believe.
Pardon me.
Shall we? I need a great poupon jar.
Man, that commercial was everywhere. Remember that?
Oh, yes.
Pardon me. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I'm a fan of Grey Poupon. I think it's a tasty mustard.
I like it in certain hot dogs. I love it, but other than
that's
that,
very fancy.
Oh yeah, very
Hot
fancy.
dog specific,
Certain
It's
hot
kind
dogs.
of a slumming thing.
Yes.
Kind of a working class hot dog and a bougie mustard. That defines you.
It's
really.
a nod to my white trash history and also my station in life currently. Yes, exactly.
Oh, we had a request for the White Trash Expo piece.
We can't
play it.
Can't play
I
that
listened to
ever.
it for the first time in a couple years. It's
no.
poetry.
It's
it is so offensive.
just count yourself lucky if you have a copy of it at home and enjoy it there.
Yeah, you're going to have to
offensive.
dig up the CD.
Yeah, it really.
Oh, it's great.
Well,
that can't be offensive.
Well, I don't think it's offensive, but I don't think you're offensive. So
Well, there you
Thank
go.
you.
Not one to judge, really.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Anyway, I think the medals are super cool for the Olympics.
they have pieces of the Eiffel Tower. I
That's-
didn't know.
That's just great.
They took pieces of the Eiffel Tower out and replaced them with other pieces. How do they do that?
Well, the same way they fix bridges or anything else.
Oh, there it is.
There's the medal.
Looks like
It's
garbage.
like a watch.
It looks like an air filter.
Yeah, it sure does.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You know what? If I won, I'd go no thanks and hand it right back.
It's very large. It's bigger than a tennis ball.
Now, is it true? Is it
Flatter.
true that the
Good point. Fair point.
is it true that the Polish athletes, when they receive their gold medals,
Oh, my God.
Want to get them brown so you can do
Get
that
'em
old joke. Dust that off, will you?
And that joke's very good. I don't care who
That's a
you
great
put. I
joke.
don't care who you put in the
Yes,
place of.
yes,
That's
Yeah.
very good.
the French will get their gold medals, bronze. Yes,
Yes, that's the thing. Anybody can use their.
yes, yes. The Americans are so stupid. Yeah,
Right,
you know they're
right.
saying it about
Yes,
us.
of course.
Let's have some fun.
Now, I have a question about. No, the Paris Olympics. It's going to be the first one to feature breakdancing.
That's a real thing.
Yeah. Do you bring your own cardboard? How does that work?
I don't know.
Do you have to use?
I'm guessing.
Can the cardboard have because it's a cut up box? Could it have an ad for something?
I bet it does, and I bet it's
Hey, look, Galois.
Probably a mat of some
Olympic sanctioned.
I always thought that the cardboard was to protect you from the concrete in the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah, what's the point?
But if you have a dance floor,
You're fine.
you're fine.
Oh, they're doing it on a dance floor?
I would assume
Yeah, they're not doing it on the street.
It's not street enough for me.
You want them out in the street?
No, I want them not in the Olympics.
Just outside of a bistro on a corner.
Hey, look, it's the Olympics.
Pardon me, is that the Olympics? That's
Hey, look, there's some guy with a boom box.
Now he's infatuated with the medal situation, but he doesn't want breakdancing to be a part of the.
They're watering it down.
Here we go.
I wonder about the music on that.
It's a guy with a boom box.
Do they get to pick like the figure skaters do or whatever?
Yeah, that's what I would
And
assume,
licensing
right?
fees and stuff like that. I mean,
They can afford it.
Well, they use music in
Yeah.
the skating competition.
How much does that cost?
It's
Probably a lot.
$1.99 a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
I see.
Elsewhere in sports?
Authorities in Nepal say people climbing Mount Everest will now have to bring their feces back to base camp for disposal.
Come on with this.
Isn't there like a crevice you could heave it in?
Yes.
Due to extreme temperatures, excrement left on Everest does not fully degrade.
Just frozen crap up there.
Officials estimate there are about 3 tons of human waste on the mountain.
3 tons.
Who did that math?
Of human.
I'd like to see that story problem.
Climbers must now.
1,700 people have climbed Everest. The average poop weighs.
Hang on a second. Who is this? A Sherpa? Who is
This is some jackass that making more dumb rules we don't need.
Climbers must now buy poop bags, much like you would for your puppy, at base camp, which will be checked upon their return.
Oh, that's a great gig. Well, I used to be a Sherpa. Now I collect the poop bags from the climbers, the ones that make it back. The dead ones,
Local chairman Mingma Sherpa told the BBC, our mountains, there's so much poop, they've begun to sink and stink.
They have not begun to sink.
He added, we're getting complaints that human stools are visible on rocks, and some climbers are getting sick.
Now there's puke, too.
Now there's puke. Oh, now
Jess, you had a question about the poop up there?
I just didn't think you were supposed to expose any part of your skin while you're out there. So
you have to defecate, obviously.
Well, I know. I'm just curious of what you do. Is there a hole in your pants?
No, you drop trout quickly and go.
No.
I know, but then you get burnt on your butt.
I would think you would get windburn or something.
Yeah.
That's part of the deal. You want to go up to Everest or not? I want to go to the top of the world to leave a couple of turds up there. What do you
For
think?
$90,000, people climb that thing and go through that.
Several die usually every year.
Well, have you seen the ones of people climbing and the bodies just sliding down the mountain as they're climbing up?
You think that'd be a priority?
Sliding down the mountain.
Wouldn't that be a priority, really bringing the bodies back rather than the turds of the
that's where I would start. Yeah, with the bodies.
Yeah. I'm guessing that because they have those big groups going up, they probably all poop in the same place.
Oh.
So it's probably a field of, so I can see their point. Then you got to carry it with you, though. That's what's really awful.
I think $90,000 is probably a bargain. I think it's.
Is it more than that?
Yeah, I want to say it's 6 figures.
But wouldn't you say at some point you'd be at a place where there's a big crevasse, you can just heave it over?
Yes, and you can do that with the bodies too.
Yeah, toss them in there.
Yeah.
Well,
there you go.
Oh, yeah, but you can't. Well,
isn't that better?
Look, if you're taking a chance, doing that, you're taking a chance. You should sign a waiver saying, "Hey, look, if I die up there, throw me in the crevasse."
Are these people like the people that do, the fit stuff and they jump on the boxes and they flip the tires? Like that's all they talk about, right?
Yeah.
The CrossFit.
And the people that climb this.
There's so many people do it.
About.
This would probably be. We could probably recycle all those plastic grocery bags that we take. Finally, something to do with them. Hey, wait a minute, save those. They're going to Everest. It's for the turds.
Coming up in just a few minutes, comedian Dan St. Paul. Have a segment with him coming up in just a couple of seconds here on the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
More of the Bob and Tom Show now. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. The gang is back in here live on Monday morning. Here's a segment with one of our faves, comedian Dan St. Paul. He's talking about baseball announcers.
I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom with a special guest. Tom, hello. Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost my notes.
I know you did.
I was trying
what are you looking for, buddy?
Could you be ready one time?
The slang term, is it sniz?
Yeah.
Okay, sniz. Now, we have a great guest in the studio. A legend on this show. He is comedian Dan St. Paul from San Francisco, California. Hi, Dan. How are you?
I am a comedian if you laugh. If you don't laugh, welcome to my TED Talk.
Dan is famous on this show for a classic, the first baseball game. Great piece of work. And you are a longtime baseball fan, I know.
I'm a nut. I'm a baseball nut.
Still to this day?
Absolutely. I love baseball. I love listening to baseball. Baseball, to me, is soothing. It's like that, Calm, that app on your thing. That's what, if I can listen play-by-play, that does it for me, because I love what baseball announcers do. They can tell you the same thing 6 times and make you think you only heard it once. No score here in the top of the third. Giants nothing, Dodgers nothing. A line of 0-1-0 for the Giants, 0-2-0 for the Dodgers, as we're scoreless through 2, with neither team able to muster any kind of offense so far in this 0-0 tie.
It's funny because we have to do that in our own way.
Exactly. Stretch.
A little bit.
Stretch. Every day.
Yeah, we've talked to various baseball announcers about rain delays.
Mm-hmm.
And they really have to be able to kind of go off on any topic.
They do. I mean, Vince Scully could do it because he had all those great memories and all that stuff. But somebody new. It's tough. It's tough. It's got to be real tough.
Did you ever have any desire to do that?
No. But I love doing it. I've gotten to do it actually on the field and whatnot for like one of these old classic baseball games. It's a different league with different rules and whatnot. But there were MLB players who were there. Vince Coleman was there, Jeff Kent, a bunch of others. It was a lot of fun. But no, I'd never gotten into the booth. But I don't know if I would, because they're so good. They're so good. We have a great one. We had John Miller in San Francisco, who did the ESPN Sunday night games for a long time with Joe Morgan. He's fantastic.
You still get to go to the games?
I do. I go to the games all the time. I'm not a season ticket holder anymore, but I do go at least 10 games a year.
Do you go alone?
No, I'll go with Roy, my son. Cara goes with me. We all love the Giants. Everybody loves the Giants.
And that ballpark is just beautiful.
Oracle Park is probably one of the most beautiful parks in the country. I mean, it's right there on the bay,
Yep.
Ball goes into the drink. It's fantastic.
Have you ever been in the water watching from out there? Or, waiting for a ball, rather?
Oh, no, I've never been one of those guys in a kayak.
Yeah,
No, I'm not that rabid. I haven't been bitten, but those guys are incredible.
Anybody ever gotten beamed in their kayak?
I've not seen that.
Do they have a lifeguard?
No, the bulbs. Yeah, they should. They should have somebody out there.
Well, it looks like you got Ray Chapman out there in the boat.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard anyone miss the point so entirely like Tom misses the point? They have a lifeguard in McCovey Cove. Anybody at all?
Dan, how do you like the new, the clock and the...
I like it, except you feel cheated sometimes. You sit down, until an hour later, you got to go home.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, We have the A's across from the bay from us who are not doing well. Their attendance is really low. In fact, I went to a game and I got hit by the T-shirt cannon 6 times. I had to grab several different usherettes to do the kiss cam. So it was, it's sad. But they're moving to Vegas, so yeah.
San Francisco's in the news a lot lately.
I know.
Not in a good way.
I know.
You live there, so
I do.
And you love it. But
I do.
We hope you wiped your feet on the way in.
Yeah. Well, all I can say is great. Everybody stay away. More for me. The downtowns in all of the cities are having a tough time. San Francisco, especially because we're so tech heavy, and a lot of those people after COVID never came back.
Yeah.
So a lot of those buildings are becoming empty. A lot of of course, all the businesses around them are becoming empty. So it becomes an easy place for homeless people to go and hang out, and so that's why that there's been a lot of hubbub about that. And San Francisco also is, very kind to those who are not. St. Francis, those who are having a tough time. There's lots of programs and whatnot, and the weather. It's hardly ever below 50, hardly ever above 80. So there's a lot of reason to come to San Francisco if you're a homeless person. So yeah, I can see why people are upset, but that's basically the downtown area, not the rest of the city.
You've lived there a long time.
I was born and raised in San Francisco. Mama was a cable car. Papa was a sourdough.
Oh, well, that's San Francisco.
Dan St. Paul is our guest, and I referenced the first baseball game, an absolute classic bit of comedy writing and delivering, et cetera, from Dan. And we'll get to that in a minute, perhaps. But right now, we turn to Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk.
According to a new scientific report, artificial intelligence can determine a person's actual age simply by looking at their chest. Specifically, researchers say AI can tell a patient's age after examining chest x-rays, marking a significant leap ahead in medical imaging. The breakthrough paves the way for improved early detection of several diseases.
Uh-oh, Pat.
What's Pat got to do with this?
Well, AI can now find out your real age.
Oh.
That's not good.
That's kind of a mystery.
And it will remain one.
So, but it's when they say chest, they mean like an X-ray.
Right, not by looking at your
not
chest.
like, take off your shirt, ma'am. I'd say 75.
Whoa.
Is the floor?
What was that noise you made before you said
Rodney Dangerfield.
Is the floor cold on your nipples?
I'm going to take a look at you.
I'm a little tired of hearing about AI,
Yeah, we'll get used to it.
but it's not going away.
Nope, it's not.
Okay, and I think they've won the battle of not using periods in AI.
Well, of course, Tom. You're not going to win
You're
that
the only
one.
one who's irritated by it.
No, because it looks like it says
Honestly.
Al.
Well, now that we know it doesn't, stop talking
How
about
often do you see the word Al?
Well, Al Kaline.
Sure.
Al Roboski.
Who's Al Kaline?
I thought I'd do a baseball
First
joke.
baseman for Detroit Tigers.
Al Roboski, the Mad
In the
Hungarian?
60s.
Al Roboski, the Mad Hungarian for the Cardinals. That's right. That's
He was
right.
on, he did broadcast it.
Yeah,
a
for
while,
sure.
didn't he?
Terrific.
Horoski, yeah.
Al
Fantastic.
Unser is the only Al I know.
And you know that Al well. Al
I do,
Unser
Al Jr., yeah.
I call him AI Junior.
Said don't know what on Tuesday.
AI Junior.
AI Jr. Start calling him
AI
Jr.
Jolson. Sure. Okay.
I mean, it's just irritating that the techies insist on changing it. It's like all the misspellings in rap. It just
Would you
pisses
feel
me
better had they checked with you first?
No, I'd feel better if they did A period, I period.
Okay.
But it's a lost cause.
It's too much of a mouthful.
Ship has sailed.
Sorry. It's wrong. It's a crack in our culture,
Yeah,
meaning
that's
the
what
end
it
of the
is.
world.
Here, let's go back to something you can relate to. A ship retracing Charles Darwin's famed voyage has set sail. That's right. Darwin set sail aboard the HMS Beagle in 1831 on a
Which we-
5-year
which we-
voyage.
which we learned last week.
Yes.
the Beagle,
Passed around South America, went to Australia and New Zealand nearly 200 years after he embarked on that trip that led, of course, to the theory of evolution. The Dutch ship, oh boy, Oosterchild left England to begin a 2-year mission called Darwin 200. The schooner will serve as a floating laboratory on the sea and in port, where approximately 200 young naturalists and conservationists from around the world will meet along the way. Sounds like a really cool thing.
Now, in this case, naturalist means scientists, not nudists.
Right. Correct.
Was anyone thinking nudist?
No.
No.
Be a lot, much better story if you had 200 naked people and
conservationists.
and why didn't they rename the boat like the Beagle 3 or something?
I don't know. I wish I did.
We were counting on you. We were counting on you.
It makes like the Galapagos, something cool.
The Galapagos.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Fun.
You
name.
don't like Oosterschild?
No.
Well, what does it mean in Dutch? Do we know?
I have no idea.
It means half the
everyone.
It means half the stuff that Darwin discovered. The species are dead. They're extinct.
No, it's Dutch for beagle.
Oh, I see.
Perfect.
Of course.
Now we're talking. Dan St. Paul is San Franciscan.
I am. You know
And-
what, so Tom? I want to ask you this. You're a big. You're a big classic rock fan.
Sure,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. My wife and I went to see ELO.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is ELO? Anybody?
Electric Light
Of
Orchestra.
course.
It's
for
Jeff
those.
Lynne and whoever he
Jeff
chooses
Lynne
to go
and-
with.
Yeah, but he's got one of the other original people. But a fantastic show, great show. We took BART, which is the local subway, and everybody in our car were baby boomers going to the show. Except for 2 teenagers who had to be thinking, is the rest home on a field trip? And one guy had his original ELO T-shirt on, and he had gotten so large over the years, the O was just a straight line going across his chest. we get there, and we're walking across the parking lot from the BART station, and we're like the Walking Dead, like almost dead, approaching the arena. And this we're met by a squadron of representatives from the local cardiac care unit, and they're giving out coupons: buy one stent, get one free. we get in, and there's a concession, and they're selling like tapioca and soup, and there's a band playing, but it's not ELO. And I went, oh no! I got on my knees. I went, oh no! There's an opener. We'll never get home at a decent hour.
We're coming right back with the biggest breasts, and Pee-wee died. That's all coming up next hour. But in your next segment, comedian Ian Bagg. It's right here on the Bob and Tom Show.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Hope you're having a great Thursday morning. Comedian Ian Bagg checks in during this segment of the best of the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Getting ready for that weekend. Friday starts the weekend, Tom.
We got breaking news, kids.
What? Breaking news?
Breaking news.
What's that?
Punxsutawney Phil. Oh, we all know who Punxsutawney Phil is. The renowned groundhog has predicted.
He's dead, right? They shot him.
Oh, no. This is awful news.
Yeah, it's like
That's Liberty Valley.
It's an early spring.
That's exactly right. Phil has said it is an early spring this year.
We haven't
Things are
gotten
about to
winter yet.
warm up.
Yeah, I know. It's this groundhog doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You don't
Could
know
we
that.
just be positive for
I am
one
being
moment?
positive. I'm positive this thing doesn't know what it's doing.
Yeah. I think we should go there one year.
Old-fashioned way of telling things.
Broadcast them. Send me there. I'll go there.
Oh, really?
Punxsutawney,
To
Pennsylvania.
Nobbler's Gob?
No, it's Gobbler's Knob.
Nobbler's Gob is the weekend that certain people are planning.
I don't know what
you
you're
got a drop button.
doing, but I'm intrigued. Hobbler's Gob?
Nobbler's Gob.
Nobbler's Gob.
Yeah.
And he's got buck teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
The Nobbler's Gob would be.
I think Gobbler's Knob is
Bad.
more suggestive.
Yeah.
That was
Ever
a
had that?
group in high school.
I'm going to gobble that knob.
Ever had that done with braces?
With the let's see where.
No.
What was
I'm
I
asking.
What was I saying? Oh, I know. We have a guest in the studio. He is comedian Ian Bagg. He's hanging out with us, and now
Blackballed for 5 years.
Well,
Keep it up, mister. Maybe another 5.
Hey.
You know.
You know.
Speaking of black balls,
Who's that? Man with a deep voice.
More of a mocha, really.
Here he is with his joke of the
I
day.
think Groundhog Day is big here, even bigger in France.
Is that right?
What does the groundhog see when they wake him up in the morning?
What?
His chateau.
Oh, the groundhog saw his chateau.
Oh.
Now there is 6 more weeks. Of,
Hold on. He saw his house?
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's not dissect this.
Evidently, he defecated on it at his chateau. That's what I got out of it.
House
You got it on his feet.
it's a nice house. I'm sorry, Christy, you were saying?
Ace Cosby joke of the day brought to you by Sleep Number. That's right, save 50% during the President's Day sale on a limited edition smart bed only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Love my Sleep Number bed. Thank you very much, Chris Dealey. Ian Bagg is our guest.
Can
Ian,
I ask a question before we go any further?
Sure.
What is it with presidents and beds and sales?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
That is a great question.
Is there something that I don't know? Because I'm about to become an American and it might be on the test and I need to know.
You raise a good point. They don't do this in Canada? They don't do
we
a
don't
Prime Minister sale? Or?
No, we don't sell anything.
Do you have a Prime Minister Day?
Every day is a Prime Minister Day. Every day he pushes his way into our lives.
That's what he sounds.
Now, you've been living in the United States for a
I'm
long time.
American.
Do you? Are you an American officially?
I'm about to be. I'm about to be, kids. You can't stop me. I'm taking the test.
Well, welcome, Ian.
Yes.
Do you?
Congratulations.
I
do you
thought
have
you got
like
in because of your wife, right?
She opened the door. Come on.
Is it a hard
All
test?
right, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently not. That's what everybody tells me, but they make it sound like it is. Everybody that I know that say.
I think they've given that test to
to Americans who are born and raised here, and we can't pass it.
You were going to say real Americans.
Yes, I
Thank you,
was.
Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
Not the fake ones like Ian Bagg. Imposter American.
Yeah.
Welcome to America.
You weren't born
Judgment.
here.
They won't bury you here.
They won't what?
What?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, you become a naturalized citizen. They have to ship you back. You didn't know that?
That's right. Oh, they'll take your taxes, but they won't take your body.
No. You got to ship them home.
Not going to dirty up our soil, boy.
That's right.
You don't need to bring your foreign.
Do you get a tax credit if you take the test?
Yeah, I don't know. I think all it is. I think I get. I don't know what I get.
Okay.
I know what I get.
What?
I get Social Security at some point.
Ah.
Yes.
Theoretically.
And my wife said, "You've paid so much. You get that. You get that paperwork filled out." And I'm just like, "Okay,
okay,
I love you."
Now, let's see. Where were we? I know. We were talking to Christy Lee at the news desk. What happened?
A monkey has been recaptured after going missing in the Scottish Highlands for over 5 days. According to the BBC, the 7-year-old male Japanese macaque named Honshu.
Wait a minute.
The show's filthy.
Wait a minute.
I know.
Can you say macaque with a Scottish accent?
I can't do that.
Macaque.
Yeah, can't
Macaque.
find macaque.
You can take our lives, but you'll never take macaque.
You can have macaque when you pry it out of my cold dead hands.
Honshu escaped from the Highland Wildlife Park at King Craig. Stephanie Bunyan, who lives nearby,
Hold it.
Barely can walk. Yeah.
Stephanie Bunyan.
That's real.
Really?
Paul's sister.
Yep.
Right?
She lives nearby, spotted the primate helping himself to a bird feeder in her yard.
How's it going?
And contacted the Royal Zoological Society of Scotland.
Wow. Knowing a monkey, that bird feeder is probably now full of monkey seed.
Man.
The drone team observed the animal
That
until
or monkey seed or monkey doo-doo.
Monkey seed.
Those monkeys are
The
great.
cacks aren't known for doing that.
a drone team observed the animal till it was shot
Drone team.
with a tranquilizer dart and
Oh,
taken
thank
back
goodness,
to the park.
All right.
Wow. Yeah, monkeys are awful. They bite.
They are not awful.
They poop. They throw their
If you
poop
get
back.
enough of them on a typewriter, Tom, you'll get a book.
I keep
That'll be
hearing
completely
that.
unreadable.
But you get a book. I've seen it in the old movie.
Unless you can speak and read monkey, but other than that.
A Brazilian woman facing charges after
Completely
police
bald.
At a
Brazilian-
we
got it. It's
She's an American woman, but we described her.
Brazilian woman, yeah. Is facing charges with police at Bogota after they found 130 poison dart frogs in her luggage.
What is going on here?
I don't know. The animals, which were dehydrated and stressed, were discovered in small film canisters.
Oh, God.
Local police said the amphibians can fetch up to $1,000 each on the sellable market.
Oh,
Are people
so that'd be
wanting to
like
buy a poison dart frog?
Oh, people want to buy all kinds of crazy stuff. It's just that wouldn't the film canisters give it away in as much as
Nobody uses
film anymore?
Harlequin frogs, also known as poison dart frogs, measure less than the size of a human thumb. Aww. Their skin glands produce a highly toxic poison, though, which has in the past been used by indigenous people to coat the lips of darts that they use for hunting. By the way, harlequin frogs are an incredibly critically
frog.
endangered species.
So slutty.
They're not slutty.
Harlequins. Those harlequins.
Softcore slutty.
Yeah.
They'll kill you, right?
They're a romance novel that'll read you to bed.
Yeah, they're super dangerous.
Yes.
Will they kill a man if you hold one?
I don't know. I don't know if it'll kill a man.
This isn't the same stuff that. This isn't the stuff that they make that hallucinogenic from.
Wrong frog. You're thinking
were
about the licking one.
No.
They were licking the toads.
It's a wrong frog.
Wrong
Get your
frog.
frogs right. Come on.
Okay, I told you so.
Racist.
You told me.
Sorry, I don't know. Who was it? Who am I thinking of? Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
Wasn't he licking the toads or something? Wasn't
No,
that?
that's ayahuasca again.
Ayahuasca.
That's where I went to camp.
no.
Camp
Camp ayahuasca. Yeah, we do hallucinogens and vomit.
Hello, Father.
Speaking of animals, researchers say a live newborn great white shark was spotted in the wild for the very first time.
Oh, yeah. It's brand new. Of course it was just spotted for the first time.
Oh, good point.
You just got the look for me, and I very rarely give that to you.
You know what? I liked it.
Did you? Wildlife filmmaker Carlos Guana and UC Riverside.
Hey, bat crap.
Here comes old bat crap.
Hey, bat crap.
And UC Riverside biology doctoral student Philip Stearns were scanning the waters near Santa Barbara when they captured footage of a white 5-foot-long shark pup. Stearns said, "We enlarged the images, put them in slow motion, and realized the white layer was being shed from the body as it was swimming. I believe it was a newborn great white shedding its embryonic layer."
Wow.
That's pretty cool. He added, "In my opinion, this one was likely hours, maybe 1 day old at most." That discovery was documented in a paper published in the journal Environmental Biology of Fishes. I'm sure you guys...
They quickly killed it so they could study it in the lab.
They did not.
Oh.
I do have a question about your story.
Kill it!
The guy was from UC Riverside, which is inland. That's not who you want studying your oceans.
Ian's right.
They let him leave. They let him leave campus.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know
want
that.
him at UC San Diego.
Yeah, I want him on the coast.
Did you say he was 5 feet long?
The pup was. It's a baby shark. Yes.
How big had the mother have to be?
Well, they're pretty big, great white sharks.
12 to 20 feet.
Guana said where white sharks give birth is one of the holy grails of shark science. No one's ever been able to pinpoint where the babies are born. No one's ever seen a newborn baby shark alive
That's
until
crazy.
this point. Yeah.
How have they not?
I don't know.
Wow.
They live in the ocean.
Cool.
That's why.
It's big.
Want to hear the song?
No.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't resist. God, that's awful. Okay.
I think it's
How
pretty
many
good.
times did you hear that in your life?
Well, it's fortunately
up.
that's over. Now, today is Groundhog Day, and you just announced Puxatawny Phil. What was it again? Saw the shadow, or what is it? Did not see the shadow.
So early spring.
Okay.
Spring.
Yeah, I'll remember that in April 11th when it's 10 degrees out.
Yeah, now, and you remember the movie, Chris? Have you seen the movie Groundhog Day?
I have.
Okay, you remember this? This is the alarm clock every morning.
Yes.
Great Sonny and Cher tune. Sonny wearing the fur vest.
Oh, yeah.
You want to wait for the Cher part?
Cher sang first.
Cher sang first.
The
That was
first
Cher.
part was Cher,
Yes.
yeah.
And then
kidding
Sonny,
me.
yeah.
God, I can't tell.
They make Cher sing flat, so Sonny doesn't seem so flat.
What?
Yeah.
Sonny. But
You know, he had a restaurant down the street from my house, and I prefer if you guys would talk very nicely about him.
Oh, really?
Good place?
Yes, yeah. It was called Bonehouse. It's now called Nick's on Second, and it's fantastic.
Oh.
I love to go there for a drink on a Sunday after work.
it was called Bono's?
Bono's, yeah.
Sonny Bono.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Sonny Bono. Okay. All right.
As opposed to when people would not Bono from
Nope,
YouTube.
they call it
No.
It's a different guy.
Bono.
Different person.
That'd be great if it was Sonny. Oh, it was the same person?
Maybe the U2 guy comes out with a fur vest on and they do a version of I Got You, Babe for the
Sonny Bono.
in the Sphere. Sonny Bono.
Oh, man.
That'd be funny. Christy Lee, what's coming up?
Coming up, we have time to do this. I
Okay,
think.
go ahead, Regan.
A Tennessee lawmaker hoping to make so-called hot slaw an
Hot
official
slaw.
state food. According to the Memphis Flyer, legislation supporting the idea has advanced in a House committee of the Tennessee General Assembly. A companion bill would make Cleveland, Tennessee, the hot slaw capital of the state.
Is it coleslaw but spicy?
You're very, very much correct.
By the way, I'd like to point something out. Chick recently pointed out that he was a grown-ass man before he realized that in the movie The Wizard of Oz, that the black and white parts, those were the guys that later on showed up as the wizard, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
And, the lady on the bicycle.
The Scarecrow and the Lion and the Tin Man were...
I'm lost.
I just
They're all
like
farmhands.
I just wanted these things you find out as an adult.
What did you find out as an adult?
I thought it was cold slaw.
No.
How do you have a show that uses words?
I don't know.
We're coming right back. We're going to find out about Tom's Coffee and Pee-wee died. That's all next here on the Best of the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Don't wipe it on me, Marie. I don't know where you got. Don't wipe it on me, Marie. I don't know what it is. I don't want it on my ankle. I don't want it on my leg. I don't want it on my new blue jeans. I don't want it on my tie. I don't want it in my eye. Don't you know what I mean? Don't why I bet on me, Marie. I don't know, honey. I don't know where you got it. I bet on me. I don't know what it is. Mr. Tomato.
Haywood Bags.
The genius.
This is the Bob and Tom Show for a Thursday morning. Welcome back. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Again, the gang is back in here live on Monday morning. Here's a segment about Tom's Coffee and Pee-wee died.
Christy Lee is at the news desk.
Hi.
Are you hearing me?
Oh, boy.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hi, Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Ace Cosby's here.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
Again?
No, when I was
So
trying
what's your coffee?
Yeah, what happened?
What happened?
I don't know what button I hit, but it's got 6 pumps of brown sugar.
What?
That is
wow.
That sounds like
I
something
didn't
Godwin would have ordered.
I have no idea how that
I
happened.
didn't even know you could get brown
I thought that was
sugar.
intentional.
No.
And I thought you were going, that's why you love your iced coffee so much.
I was wondering how come it tastes so good. Just like a
6
good
pumps.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar?
Wow. I don't know how this. I was trying to use the app. I'm not very good
Does
at
it taste good?
How come
Give that a
you
sip.
Tastes so good.
See if we have to immediately cut off your left foot.
Well, it is sweet.
Have you just abandoned your whole heart diet? Because I see you got this. You're putting salt. You're putting no salt. You're not supposed to use either of those.
No, this is a mistake. I hit the wrong. I've never had this.
See, but he's not drinking it because it's a mistake. And he might be drinking it, but it's a mistake.
I made an error. Sorry. We have to explain that our normal person who does the coffee runs isn't here. So I had to step in, and clearly
He's visiting his son in a different state.
Am I the only selfless person here? Not married, no kids. I'm free to come in whenever I need.
Are you really free?
Josh, thank you for your sacrifices.
Hey,
man.
you're very
Josh, isn't freedom just another word for nothing left to lose? Huh?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And if I could remember the next lyric,
ain't nothing if it ain't free. I
Yeah,
think
thank you.
it kind of repeats itself. Thank you, Chris Christopherson. Sad news from the world of entertainment. Paul Rubens.
Yes.
Inventor of the sandwich?
No, he's Pee Wee Herman. Or was. Rubens died Sunday night after a 6-year struggle with cancer, a struggle he kept private. He was 70 years old. Rubens said in a statement with the announcement of his death, quote, "Please accept my apology for not going public with what I've been facing the last 6 years. I've always felt a huge amount of love and respect from my friends, fans, and supporters. I have loved you all so much and enjoyed making art for you."
I loved Paul Rubens.
Everybody do the big shoe dance.
If you haven't seen him in Blow, the Johnny Depp movie, you need to go back and watch that.
He was a
wonderful.
terrific actor.
Yeah, it was really good.
But Pee Wee was just the greatest.
That first HBO special. Wow.
Hysterical.
Yeah, I hope he pops out of the casket and shouts, "Made you look."
I hope.
What?
He rests in peace.
I don't want to.
Maybe he'll. Well, remember how the furniture all talked?
Sure.
Well, yeah, but
So maybe he'll have like
the
Cassie,
casket could talk?
Cassie the casket.
Hi.
What? Disrespect?
No, it's a disrespect. That's what he'd want.
I don't.
He'd probably want some giant Rube Goldberg device delivering the casket into the hole.
Danny Elfman playing the music.
Yeah.
You think his nickname was Rube? What's up, Rube?
Ruby.
Did you just call a grave a hole?
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sorry. I'm just saying. Are they going to be selling all that cool stuff, like the talking chair? And wouldn't you want to have that?
Cherry. First off, her name is Cherry.
The body isn't even cold yet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't think Cherry speaks without a person in it.
You thought that chair really talked, didn't you?
Could be kind of a sad estate sale, all the talking.
Screeny. Remember Screeny? He would jump into our Magic Screen. He would jump into Magic Screen. And I watched all those, man. I loved him.
Sad news.
I watched his first Letterman last night. Boy, was that funny.
He was great. He was on Letterman as Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like doing stand-up and throwing stuff at the crowd. It was amazing.
As Pee Wee?
Yeah.
He did a whole bunch of that. Was his
very first one.
He did a whole bunch of shows with Letterman. Great stuff.
So good.
So sad to see him go. Now we have on a much lighter note.
Are you done over there, chick? No.
Stupid world record.
A Lebanese singer has broken the Guinness.
Her sexuality has nothing to do with it.
Lebanese.
Nationality.
Yeah. That means she likes girls. Am I the only woke one here?
Woke. I love woke, Josh.
Well, they have broken the Guinness World Record.
All right.
For the longest cape.
Longest cape?
Okay. What do they do with this thing?
See, because you'd think that'd be like a superhero somewhere.
Right.
You know, Cape Man.
Cape Man. They just barely super.
He trips people.
You really went to the writer's room with Cape Man, didn't you?
Doctor Strange's cape flies around and can almost another character.
Has a real personality, doesn't it?
I believe that's
really
actually a cloak, which is slightly different from.
What is the difference between a cloak and a cape?
A collar, I believe. I'm not totally sure.
That's the difference?
I'm not
Not
certain.
bad.
Really,
I'm not
that is
certain,
good.
but I'll
That's a
stand-
good guess.
Chick, you could pull off a cape.
The performer spells their name Najwa.
Najwa, I'm guessing.
Whatever.
She's super famous.
One of the most beloved female singers of the Pan-Arab region.
Let's not be stupid.
She's
sold millions of albums.
Millions of albums.
Very famous.
Yeah, but over
Very,
there,
very famous.
Doesn't matter unless she's
Very
popular in America.
Sure, there's probably
Ask Robbie Williams.
This is kind of true.
probably certain places where a good point.
Yeah, that is a great
Ask,
Point well taken.
Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to ask Cliff.
All right. To celebrate the launch of her new album entitled Charisma, Karizma.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
She put on a cape measuring 182.7 feet long.
Wow.
Now,
Long cape.
Let's face it, isn't that basically just cleaning the floor at this point?
So she enters a room, and then
So it's
a half
2/3
hour
of a
later,
football field.
Her cape enters the room.
Wow.
What would Cape Man's superpower be?
Well, the cape would have to have properties and probably bulletproof.
His nemesis
Oh.
would be the escalator, the elevator.
Puddles.
It's such a funny running joke in the movie The Incredibles that all the guys with capes get sucked away and die in the planes and everything. Have you guys not seen The Incredibles?
I have.
recently?
I just didn't remember that bit.
It's a very funny bit in a Pixar movie. Maybe talking about it on a radio show isn't that funny.
I don't
Okay.
find it funny, especially here.
We've talked about who can get away with wearing a cape.
Yeah, I think
In
Chick can.
In contemporary culture, Chick, that would be a great affectation for you.
I'm not wearing a cape.
Oh, that'd be perfect for
I
you.
might.
And then you never say anything about it. You just
I
walk into
don't
a
want-
cocktail party wearing a cape.
I don't want you to get your hopes up, but I think I might start carrying a cane. I haven't decided.
Oh, that's
yet.
great. Were you
cane
were
or
you
a
with me
walking
when we
stick?
met Wolfman Jack?
No.
And he had the cape on?
No.
Yeah, Wolfman Jack wore one of those sort
Tiny
of
chicken?
Cowboy hats that's kind of flat.
He was at a buffet, right?
Yeah, he was at a buffet. I met him a couple times. He was at a buffet.
Hey, how you doing?
chain smoking Lucky Strikes.
Have you tried these sugar biscuits? They brought out more crab legs.
Yeah, toward the end, the Wolfman he pulled a Brando.
Yeah,
got very big.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there, Wolfman. It's good to see you.
He's saying that to a Sunday.
Hello there.
He starts melting. Where you going?
Were you with us in that thing where Wolfman was there?
Uh-uh.
Bob and I were at this big event radio thing, and Wolfman.
We weren't invited to
Wearing a
this.
black
No.
cape.
I would have loved to have met him.
Who else can wear? Who else? Someone else wears one, right?
Orson Welles.
Dracula.
He was buried in a black
My
cape.
dad.
right?
Your dad wore a cape?
At times.
You're
Are you
kidding me.
serious?
You're
No,
serious?
no.
He wore one to a wedding once, and that is.
See, he wore one to a wedding.
I'll never forget it.
My grandma had a cape because she wanted one for going to the movies. She would often get very cold in the theater.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Your grandmother was really high maintenance, wasn't she?
I think so.
Yeah.
Didn't Evel Knievel have one on his outfit?
Oh, yes, he
There you
did.
go.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a walking stick.
Yeah.
They had right there, bang, cane.
You're going to get one, huh?
Is there anybody right now that would wear a cape? And
Probably.
Like Machine Gun Kelly or one of those weirdos. You know, they're always getting into crazy stuff.
they could pull it
Who
off.
wears a cape?
Harry Styles.
That isn't a superhero. Now, your grandmother, did she pass away before your grandfather?
No. Mm-mm.
Really?
Now, but my one grandmother did, yeah.
Okay.
But this was my. This was
Were they
my
the ones
mom's
at the
mom.
nursing home?
This was my mom's mom. No, she lived. My mom's mom lived in her house until she died.
The one with the cape?
Yeah.
I see. I see. The reason I'm asking is because there's the famous story about the funeral at the nursing home, which I've always loved of yours.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
We're forgetting the obvious. Elvis was a big cape wearer.
Oh.
For all his cape wearing, I never actually I can't say I saw him in a cape.
Really?
In any of the.
In the live concert films, he's wearing a cape.
Bela Lugosi.
Was
James Brown?
I was gonna. Was James Brown a cloak or a cape or a robe?
He wore like a cape.
That might have been.
When they
They
bring
would
it,
cover it
they
over.
would bring it out. And,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they would
cover
usher him
him.
off stage because he was so exhausted.
But
He sounded like Wolfman a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
in any event, this lady where is she from?
Nobody cares.
Lebanon. She has the world's record for the world's longest cape. You see her entrance? Sadly, she came through a revolving door and was strangled to death.
Who did that? Isadora Duncan? One of them
Yeah.
got stuck in a wheel, right?
Yeah.
With their
Scarf.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You know what she said?
I bet she did.
What else is happening in sports?
That's it, dude.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we have this.
Whoa.
This is what you farted for.
Is there a sports addendum?
Yeah, we have this. I wanted to play this. I forgot to play it yesterday.
Oh, bad stereo.
Is that is this the 1910 Fruit Gum Company? Or
I think
something?
it is. Yeah, I remember that being a lot better.
Me too.
That's because you were probably 10 years old.
Sounds a
at the
little
time.
tinny.
Maybe.
Yeah.
My
well,
palate wasn't refined.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. What's going on over there, Christy?
A researcher believes he has figured out, we're going to get to this story, so Tom will stop talking about it, how to make a so-called freeze ray. Professor.
Come on, wouldn't you want to have that?
For what purpose?
It's like a flashlight, sort of like a pistol. You walk up to somebody, all of a sudden they're just frozen.
Of all the rays you could choose, freeze would be way down the
Yeah.
list.
The superhero freeze guide never got a lot of attention.
What would you go with first?
Like a disappearing ray,
Time Ray,
Yeah.
the actor Ray Romano,
a levitating ray.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done.
Professor Patrick Hopkins at the University of Virginia
I know, Ma.
aims to create an on-demand surface cooling device for electronics inside
think-
spacecraft and
I-
high-altitude jets
I
using
think I might be
plasma.
Ray's brother.
You had famous Rays, Ray Manzarek of the Doors.
Yeah, on the top of everyone's mind.
That
I-
Stingray
Playing
that
the
killed the
bass with his
crocodile
left hand.
hunter.
Yeah.
Ray Davies of the Kinks.
Sure. Yeah.
Ray
Two
Bradbury.
jackasses right off the bat. Wow.
You don't like Ray Davies of the Kinks? You don't like the Kinks?
Ray Parker Jr.
I didn't say I didn't like the Kinks. I don't
Is that
like
the
Ray.
Ghostbuster?
Mm-hmm. Well, the singer of.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rays.
Plasma can reach temperatures as hot as the surface of the sun, but when it strikes a surface, it actually chills before heating. What? Plasma can reach temperatures as hot as... okay. During their experiments, Hopkins and his colleagues were able to reduce the temperature by several degrees and for a few microseconds. So they are now working with different gases to try and get a reaction that can be colder and last longer.
You know how I know?
So we're
I'm-
doing a story about a ray that worked for a few microseconds.
This is how
This is
that's
how I know
things start, Christy.
I'm from the Midwest. When she was saying that it hits a surface and it's cold, you make it really cool. A cooler out of that.
What are you put in the cooler? Like beer?
Beers or whatever you need.
Yeah, see.
Whatever you need to check into a hotel. That's what I put in
yeah.
the cooler.
And again, Chick and I are on the same page here. Why isn't there a thing like a microwave oven where you can put a Coke or a beer in there, press a button, and it's
There
chilled?
is, you guys.
in 10 seconds.
I don't know if it's 10 seconds, but
Well, then fix it.
Make it
Fix
faster.
it. Make it 10.
Make it faster. You want to make $1 million?
I'm going to
or
buy
not?
you all one for right now. You're going to get your
But
beverage
you don't think a
chiller.
freeze ray would be super cool? It's a hot summer day. The kid's ice cream cone starts melting. Oh, there we go. Take another lick there.
Oh, there we go.
There you
sorry,
go.
sorry, I froze your hand.
Here you go. The rapid beverage and wine chiller, Tom. It's right there.
I don't need one.
All right.
Thank you, though.
How does
Now,
it work?
correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like she said that's not.
I am. Chills cans, juices, bottles, and everything from 77 degrees to 43 degrees in minutes.
Minutes. No.
One
10
at
seconds.
a time, or can you do a whole case?
10 seconds.
Oh, for God's sake. I'm done with you people.
Yeah. Well, I know, Christy, since you're usually at home drinking alone, it doesn't matter that you can't get
Man.
a whole case cool.
I drink red. I don't need it chilled.
Anything to get the booze.
Sophisticated.
Anything to get the booze in you.
That's right.
I mean,
Uh,
Arizona could use one of those freeze rays right now.
Yes, it's very hot.
Oh, I know. I forgot.
What is it?
Josh is a denier.
I'm not a denier that it's hot. I'm just I've looked at the records. It's been hot.
Yeah.
Sure it was
the
when the
desert.
dinosaurs died off.
If you're trying to prove that global warming exists because it's hot in Arizona,
On August 1st.
yeah, you got a few more things to prove.
It's always been hot.
Let's focus on getting this freeze ray up and running so they can incorporate it into a microwave box so we can make things faster, colder, faster.
Is there a supervillain or a superhero that has freeze rays power?
Mr.
Freeze.
Yeah.
Batman.
Oh,
Arnold Schwarzenegger
Oh, I didn't see
was
that.
in
one.
the movies. Right? Wasn't that the
I
Clooney?
didn't. I stopped going to the Batman movies after Nicholson left.
After Nicholson left.
Well, they got good after that.
I doubt it.
You said
Yeah,
it
they
like
did.
there's a Batman building somewhere, and Jack Nicholson goes, "Fellas, I can't do this. I'm out."
Willie, will you do
Tom
me a
stood up and said,
favor?
I'm with you, Jack.
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you get the girls, Finley and Hart, and start watching all the superhero movies, and they love them, so that Dad over here will we'll start having to watch all the superhero movies too.
Stop it.
The thing is, I've got a grenade.
What was that turd that I had to watch this summer?
I don't know. What was it?
Mario, or what's
Keep
the
talking.
Mario
I'm
Brothers?
gonna get Heart a Cat. I'm gonna ruin your life.
What is the 3-hour one that's a cartoon? Oh, Spider-Man. Oh my God. They should make that movie illegal. It's so bad. Okay, well, wow.
Brought joy to so many.
Did they
get great reviews?
Did the girls like it? Oh, my kids loved it.
It's a commercial and critical success.
I thought so too.
Never been a better movie made, they say.
Unbelievably overrated. What it says about our culture is sad.
If he knew the implications of that statement.
Yes.
The biggest breasts are coming up here in just a couple of seconds, plus twins dress. You'll find out all about that in just a second. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
We're rocking on the Bob and Tom Show here for a Thursday morning. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom studios. The biggest breasts are discussed, and twins dress.
We turn to Christy Lee at the news desk.
An Illinois woman who has undergone 3 surgeries to attain huge 38 double G breasts says she's on a mission to have the biggest breasts in the world.
This is disgusting.
This is crazy.
What is her name so I can look at how gross this is?
Zenny Zounds.
What's her name again?
Zenny, Z-E-N-I, Zounds.
Oh, yeah, she's
rhymes
from,
with mounds, only starts with a Z.
No, she's from Sound Effectsville. That's what that's. Zounds!
She's 38. She first received a breast implant back in 2021.
Listen. I'm sorry. Listen to this quote. My boobs weigh as much as a newborn.
Oh, my gosh.
What a way to put that.
At the time, the office worker wasn't planning on sporting enormous artificial assets, but she immediately knew she wanted a larger look following her first procedure. She went to another surgeon who implanted expanders, which makes it possible to enlarge the breasts larger over time.
I'm now referring to all boobs as expanders.
Her breasts now weigh 7 pounds, which is about the size of a newborn. You're right.
And she wants them bigger.
And admits that her heavy chest does make everyday activities a bit difficult.
I'm not trying to be rude. Well, I don't care. Has she always been a woman?
Oh, I don't know. It doesn't say that.
Her pictures. I mean,
yeah,
just ugly.
There.
Don't try to be
Miss Zounds admits her heavy chest makes everyday activities difficult. There are things I used to enjoy doing I just can't do anymore. She forlornly admitted. I used to run 4 miles of trails a couple times a week.
Just a hideous.
I used to play acoustic guitar. That has gotten really uncomfortable and difficult to do while sitting down.
Does she talk about what she used to do with her penis?
Eating is also a challenge.
According to this picture, eating not a challenge.
Ms. Zounds now wants to transition into the entertainment industry, Josh.
Oh, dear.
Saying, I want to have some of the biggest boobs in the world. They're what I'm
They
known
are.
for.
They're enormous. It's disturbing.
Oh.
She could put those in a baby stroller and start her jogging again. Looks like the airbags in a Nissan Altima. They're very, very big.
Well, to each their own, I guess.
Isn't there a point
There you go.
at which the skin will tear?
You'd think.
They
well,
do.
That's why the expanders are.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
used.
I mean, they do look like soccer balls inside her bra.
Yeah, they do. They look
Yeah.
very firm.
Yeah.
Very round, very firm.
Not my type.
Globular.
Fully packed, round, firm.
No,
fully
is she on OnlyFans? I'm assuming
She is, yeah.
Okay, look at this one.
This is. I'm usually a heavy
Oh,
Nats
that's
guy,
crazy.
but
Well, the farthest thing from that you want to be, I would think.
I want this woman just to suffocate me to death. My
She
goodness.
literally looks like she's sitting on an airplane with one of those pillows between her and the back seat.
That is silly.
The back of the seat in front of her, so she can sleep.
I do like that picture because it's hiding half of her face.
Wow.
I think it's interesting that these expanders. So is it like a valve stem on a tire?
You just keep
Does she
adding
just
air?
go to the gas station?
And don't you hate when you always end up losing one of the caps for those? Oh, they're just
The air doesn't sneak out of it, does it? When you don't have the cap.
no, I don't think
It might. It might.
It's just an aesthetic thing. You want that covered.
Oh, here's what she looked like before. Did you see that picture?
Again, I like that photo because
You don't see her face.
boy,
Hideous, is she?
She looks like Woody Harrelson.
He's a handsome man.
Yes, handsome man.
Okay, well, let's
A
move
pair of
forward here.
identical twins from the UK have been wearing matching outfits for the past 23 years.
Let's celebrate nuts.
Rosie,
Let's do that.
Rosie Coles and Kathy Hefferman, both 69 and next door neighbors, and spend every day together. Take bus rides, go for walks, grab coffee, all while wearing matching ensembles.
Well, that's sweet.
Even when they go on vacation together, Josh, the sisters ensure they pack identical outfits.
Sure.
Are they, what'd you say, identical twins? What are they?
Yeah, they're identical
Okay.
twins.
Well,
the pair
better.
told the Southwest News Service that they intend to match for the rest of their lives.
I can never remember. Are identical the ones that look alike?
Very good.
Okay, thank you.
I always get that
Hefferman.
confused with fraternal. Yeah.
Went on to say, we have exactly the same homes with the same layout and the same gray color scheme at the moment. She
like
likened
gray.
it to being married to someone for 70 years, except they don't argue. The sisters often wear the same clothes while growing up, but their matching came to an end when they got married in the 1970s and no longer lived nearby.
I bet you they argue.
But when they both separated from their husbands in 2000, they got the opportunity to move closer to one another.
They both got divorced in the
spurring
same
them
year?
to dress the same way again.
Wow,
Yes.
that's creepy.
Yes.
And if you have identical twins, don't do that to them.
It's kind of cute when
It
they're
is cute
babies,
when they're
right?
little.
Yeah.
It's the wrong message.
I really want twins. Every day I pray to the patron saint of twins,
Do
St.
you?
Paul.
Oh, the Twin City.
It's kind of cute, right?
You may, because they skip a generation.
Oh, that's right.
My mom was from 2 sets of twins. So
Good luck, buddy.
there you go.
That's what you need in your life.
Twins.
A set of twins. Yes. That'll get you back to being a mature adult.
No, not for me. Can't do it. Get out.
Twins in my family now. My little
Oh, that's
niece and
right.
nephew.
I don't care.
They're the rare boy-girl identical twins.
And they dress them the same.
My niece's penis is really something.
Well, that sounds
I'm
like
being
a
told this-
Dr. Seuss thing. My niece's penis had a Reese's Pieces.
This sounds, she is trans, evidently. This sounds lady. Or
Oh, okay.
Oh, is that
whatever
sounds
whatever
is?
the proper
That
term
explains.
is, yes.
So I'm glad to know that she's not just ugly. There's a reason for her hideousness.
Well,
I don't think
That's a little
I was
harsh.
Tom. I swear to you, I was trying to help.
Get him back to slamming that TV show, The Bear. So I'm sorry. So I'm trying to find a picture of these old ladies. That
I have it. What do you want to see? Here you go.
These are the twins.
Please tell me they dress up like with cowboy hats and guns and
No.
little cowboy skirts.
No, they're not dressed in cowboy skirts. They're-
What a couple of lunatics.
Oh, here they are. Okay, I got them. Yeah.
it's in the New York Post.
Good Lord.
Yeah,
The Shining.
they've been doing
Yeah.
it for quite a while.
That is The Shining. That's very, very creepy. I bet they have a lot of cats. I'm just saying. What do you think?
Probably.
Okay.
You're right.
Boy, that's the
You're
ugliest dress I've ever seen in my entire life. Anyway,
No, Christy, those are the ugliest dresses.
I don't know when.
Look
I
at
think,
that.
Yes, not only, but
Okay.
thank God there are two of them.
Look at that.
I think Josh started this, but this blatant hostility toward the news subjects. I don't think we've been doing enough of that.
All right, tell me, is that not a hideous looking dress?
I like them a lot.
Doesn't that look like, isn't that right out of The Shining? Like whoever just said
Yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah.
creepy looking. But I'm sure they have some laughs.
It looks like you went to a fabric store with a lot of really beautiful patterns, and you go, "Yeah, just give me one of everything." And
You're
put it together."
right.
Yeah,
it is.
A Scottish school district has welcomed 17 set of twins who started primary school this year. According to the BBC, the pupils will go to schools in Inverclyde, an area that has become known locally as Twinverclyde. The area is no stranger to large groups of twins. There have been
because they invite them there.
147. There have been 147 sets of twins since 2013, an average of 13 each year. But in 2015, there were 19 sets of twins starting the new primary term in the region. What's in the water there?
Doublemint.
Yeah, they could become double. What is it? Doublemint. You got the Shining. Are those the most famous identical twins? You think?
The Doublemint gum. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The Doublemint twins.
Double your pleasure.
The
double
fat
your
guys
fun.
on those scooters in the Guinness World Book of World.
I think they're dead.
Well, yeah,
very,
twins.
very dead.
They were certainly.
They were twins?
I think so.
Yeah.
Remember, they ever see those pictures of these
Yeah.
gigantic guys in
I
their,
remember
their
that.
buns are enveloping the mini bike?
I'm pretty
There
sure
wasn't a mini bike.
I'm pretty sure Lindsay Lohan and her twin are probably the most famous twins, right?
They certainly.
Yeah.
They were great in that movie. What happened to the other one?
The Parent Trap?
Oh, yeah.
We are coming right back. Stand by. Comedian Nick Novicki and Sam Miller are both coming up next hour. But next on the Bob and Tom Show, hostility. And Tom almost died. Come on back.
Every cup of Nespresso coffee is an invitation to transform your morning routine into a ritual you can treasure each and every day. Using the Virtuo Pop, a simple touch of the button freshly brews bold aromas and a rich, velvety crema layer for delicious cafe-quality coffee at home. Whether you enjoy your coffee hot or over ice, every sip, every morning is unforgettable. Nothing tastes like Nespresso coffee. Visit Nespresso.com or our app to explore our full range of easy-to-use machines and coffees not found anywhere else.
This is the Bob and Tom Show on a Thursday morning. Hope you're having a good one. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios, a segment here about hostility. And we find out that Tom almost died.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
Man, great songs today, Pat.
Thank you.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Home
boy.
runs, baby.
Take the rest of the day off, Pat.
Nothing but home runs, baby.
Pat, those were very nice.
Thank you.
And I
That's
think
what I said.
Tuesday morning. I mean, that was just home run after home run.
What about Monday, man?
Well,
I killed it on Monday.
Now, correct me
you
if
guys
I'm
weren't
wrong.
here, but I killed.
But Tuesday, there was something different about the room, wasn't there? Wasn't there?
Yeah,
Just
something was missing.
Unbelievably.
Yeah, it was so much less hostile.
Yeah.
Black hole.
Well, don't call it that.
Pardon me.
I have a technical question.
That's Willie Griswold.
Chick doesn't make the room hostile. It's you plus Chick makes the room hostile. You guys are just a bad
Will
combo.
you tell your kid to shut up?
Some things are great, just not together, you know?
I have something sweet I want to talk about.
We're like peanut butter and sardines.
Josh is here, too.
Hi, Josh. How
Hey,
are
man.
you? There's Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Here's Tom with something.
I got up this morning. It was kind of pitch black and everything, and I almost killed myself because
maybe tomorrow.
Because
You ever find this when you wake up? It's really dark. Has that ever happened to you?
Do you realize how dramatic you are? It was dark. I almost killed myself.
it's 2:30 in the morning or whatever. My 7-year-old daughter had decided to sleep in the what do they call it now? The primary bedroom. In other words, where I was asleep.
Yeah.
She has a dog bed. I'm not kidding. That she hauled down the stairs and put in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
So she's on the floor asleep. It's very sweet, but you've got to remember there's a dog bed between you and the bathroom door. But it got me
Did you
thinking.
trip over?
Yeah, but like I said, I almost killed myself. When you were a kid, did you ever do that thing where you'd set up a camp in the living room? Or it was always fun to sleep somewhere else.
It sure was. It was awesome.
Hang on. Time out. Christy and I know for a fact, and maybe you've told your son this, one of your dreams come true when you were a kid. You would set up a fort or like a bed in
A cot.
in the living room.
Absolutely.
Yes, all the time.
We had a canvas cot with those sticks. You put it together, and it was the canvas was so tight as you were trying to get the one thing into the notch. If you did it wrong, you'd slice your thumb off.
Oh.
It was the best.
And then your mom would make you fake TV dinners. It was a life.
But it's fun.
Did your dad tell you that story, Willie?
What story?
Your grandmother didn't want him to have food from TV dinners, but Tom, your father wanted food
TV dinners, like
served like in a TV
like
dinner.
us poor
so
people.
she bought segmented trays.
Oh yeah,
and would cook food
and put aluminum foil
over. Here, Tommy. Here's your here, baby. Here's your food.
Yeah, he told me about this story over one of our famous 3-minute dinners over the sink eating spaghetti with my other brother.
There it is.
Yeah, and again, I had an idea years ago. It's since been taken, but I wanted to start a special restaurant for divorced guys.
This is a great idea.
Where it was, you'd stand up. It would be just like you walk in, there'd be this huge row of sinks. And you would just stand there eating. And you could have come, Willie, instead of maybe get the sink across from me if it's not too crowded. But you didn't never camp out. You never camped out in your living room or in the backyard.
Of course, yeah.
No, because
take blankets and make a fort, move furniture around.
Yes.
For the purposes of this broadcast, I didn't do that because. How shall I put this? The living room was where the fun was. So I stayed in my room, okay?
You could have used one of those stand-up
Quite
ashtrays to hold your tent.
You know, the big event in my life as a kid, I got an $88 black and white television set. I saved up my money and for my room, and I put it in my room, and I built out of 2 old end tables. I cut them in half and hooked some sort of bracket up on the wall so you could set your TV up there in that.
That's awesome.
And I took 2 radios apart and took the speakers out of them and made headphones.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I would listen to the TV in my room.
You're the
MacGyver
of a terrible childhood.
Well, I wouldn't say terrible. I'd say terrible. Yeah, you're right.
Challenging.
Yes, difficult.
But man, that's great.
That's how you coped.
That's exactly how.
Back in the day when they had the DVDs that would fold down in the back of your car, the kids would go out in the garage and you'd turn the car on, just on, the ACC or whatever, and they would sleep in the back of the car, in the back of the Pilot, and watch movies.
But
that
carbon monoxide makes you really rest,
It's not the car. You don't turn the car on. Yeah. You just turn the accessories on, you tool.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Headache.
Did you make forts when you were a kid, Josh?
Yeah, man.
Heck
We always did. My brother. And then we would also camp in the backyard. We would get the tent out and camp in the backyard.
Started to rain, would you go inside?
No, I think we roughed it. Yeah, I think we were fine. We
kidding?
We had that extra sheet that goes over the tent or whatever, and the rain flows on the.
Oh, nice, very good.
I remember camping out in the backyard, but it was only because of the next door neighbor who was my age. We were friends, and he wanted to camp out.
Yeah,
I didn't ever care for that.
No. Because you were away from your TV and your
I was
homemade
away from
headphones.
my house.
I loved it because we didn't have somebody to tell us to go to bed. Really,
right?
We could stay up kind of later, and it was fun.
Okay, cool. Well, just a little memory about being a kid. Let's get back to the sports desk with Chick McGee.
Well, let's see what this is. Oh, that's right. Stupid world record. Well, you know what? Let's put that on hold here.
Okay.
Let me tell you about this. Netflix documentary series Quarterbacks will be returning for a second season.
Hell yeah.
Their only sticking point is that the Peyton Manning and his production company, Omaha, they're having trouble finding quarterbacks who want to participate in the show. So far, Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Jimmy Garoppolo, Dak Prescott, Daniel Jones, Sam Howell, Sammy, Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford have all told Peyton Manning thanks, but no thanks.
Go crap in a hat.
According to The Hollywood Reporter, Manning said the deadline for finding suitable subjects for the show is approaching very soon. This is Peyton's quote. The deadline is approaching very soon. To use a cheesy analogy, we're definitely in the 2-minute drill here. Then Peyton said, I had 3 starting quarterbacks tell me no yesterday, so I'm swallowing my pride. Then Peyton added, I think maybe some guys are thinking that it's going to be a distraction. Even though I told a couple of them, I guarantee you'll win the Super Bowl, just like Mahomes, if you do the quarterback series. Peyton, though, admitted that, yes, if you're thinking this, here's the answer to that question. Had Peyton been approached to do a show like this when he was playing, he honestly said, yeah, I probably would have turned it down as well. But Peyton then said, If a quarterback that I respected told me, hey, trust me, we're going to do right by you. You're not going to regret it. We're going to cut anything out you don't want. You won't even know we're there. Then I probably would have said, yeah, I might as well do it.
And if you've seen it, the show's great.
Kirk Cousins is America's sweetheart after the quarterback series.
Why don't they call it backs? And then they could do cornerbacks. They could do defensive backs.
If they did cornerbacks, no one would ever watch. The guy's parents wouldn't watch.
You don't know that.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Okay.
She's not that far off. There's a good idea in there somewhere.
It opens up your pool
a season in the life of an NFL player.
Yeah.
And they just wouldn't have to be a quarterback.
That could be, maybe.
Shine some light on some of these other guys that don't get all the attention.
He's a holder.
Or Cameron Cheeseman, the long snapper for the Washington Commanders. I'd like to see how he goes through a practice. Bending over there with his ass in the air, snapping the ball back to the punter.
You ever get a mild erection when he starts rubbing you right there in the crack?
I have some feelings. No, the snapper wouldn't be rubbing me. Never mind. Back to this.
Oh, the quarterback.
Former professional basketball player has broken the Guinness World Record for the most basketball three-pointers in 1 minute. I don't know why Steph Curry hasn't tried this, but Jason Pryor beat the previous record of 31 three-pointers in 1 minute. He shot 33 in 60 seconds, so that's 2 more. Pryor also became the first person to be awarded the record for the most basketball three-pointers in 30 seconds, with a total of 18.
Okay.
Pryor also holds the Guinness World Record for the most basketball three-pointers in 1 minute with a single ball, with 12.
All right.
Well, that seems to me like that would be a lot of onus, if you will, on the guy rebounding the basketball.
Yeah, there's pressure there.
To get it
Does he
back.
have a buddy rebounding?
Yeah,
he must have.
That's my question. Does he?
Pryor also holds the Guinness World Record for the most basketball three-pointers in 1 minute with a single ball. Did I just say this at 12? A title he shares with Anthony Miracola.
Okay.
That's a pretty cool record, though. Be a lot tougher if he were being guarded.
Well,
It
yeah.
would be.
Well, you
See, now I'm sitting here, I'm trying to keep the room a little bit more positive.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm trying not to attack your dumbass, but it's really...
Have you ever seen this guy's? They showed his apartment. It's full of giant animals from every fair he's ever been to. He's really good.
Apparently.
Do you think that hoop at the fair is juiced somehow?
Yeah, I think it's a double hoop, so it's like a double rim, and it's also a little bit smaller.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And
Just a tick smaller.
I think it's higher than 10 feet. I think it might be 12 as well.
I think some of them, the hoop is a little smaller than the ball.
Or do they have a special ball that they use?
That they can use
right,
to
then they give you the
demonstrate?
real one?
Yeah.
If the person that hands you the basketball is also holding a cigarette, you can assume it's not NBA regulation rules.
And I don't blame them. From what I understand, I remember I worked a state fair for like 2 weeks when I was working for Rawlings, and I talked to a bunch of people who did those. The games people said, they claimed that the prizes come out of their money. So like if every prize they have to give away, like they have to pay for.
Are you serious?
Like yes.
Which
what?
monocled man is managing this fair?
No kidding.
You don't get your money unless you earn it there, little boy.
Yeah.
Then what's your incentive to get people to play your game?
Exactly that.
Right.
To get the more people you get to play, the more money that comes, the more people lose is the idea.
Oh, okay.
So the more money that comes in.
When I was a little kid, I thought that I weighed a lot more than I looked like because I was kind of a chubby kid, and they had the guess the weight game. And I was like in front of all my friends. I was like, "This is going to be hilarious." He's going to say I'm 90 pounds. I'm really 130. I'm going to make a bunch of money. And then in front of all my friends, he just guessed my exact weight. And then I had to get on the scale in front of the whole fair to tell everybody I was a fat kid. Man, that imprints.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Do they
carry that around?
Are they still doing that one, or did that?
I doubt it.
I don't know.
Seen that.
I've never seen one get run wrong.
And how do they do that?
I don't know.
Maybe you're standing. Maybe
that could be.
Maybe there's a
where
thing
you
on the
stand.
pavement, and there's a guy in back with a radio. She's 240.
You know what? That might be actually.
I have no idea.
Are you saying
I've never actually done it?
They have a scale hidden underneath
Yeah,
the waiting
they
area?
could.
Is that
Just
what you're
curious.
They could.
Buried in the
could.
ground.
You're both insane.
Well, how does a
It's
guy
not a
know?
traveling circus.
Right.
You know what it takes to bury a scale?
Coming up next, he's a funny guy. He's a big guy. He's comedian Sam Miller. We'll have him next here. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Back now with more of the Bob and Tom Show here on a Thursday. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Funny guy. He's the big one, Sam Miller, on the Bob and Tom Show.
Tom, we have a very special guest in the house.
We do. And he's going to be lucky to be getting some delicious burgers or steaks this morning. He is Sam Miller.
Hello.
Look, a guy with a hearty appetite, I'm guessing.
Hello. I eat a lot of food.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah,
He looks
already.
He's got a football build, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not trying to say anything disparaging. I mean, he looks like
I'm huge.
How tall are you, Sam?
I'm 6'6", 360 pounds.
Yeah,
Whoa.
big dude. Yeah,
That's
Big
like a
dude.
defensive end at Alabama.
Yeah,
That's like three of me.
I'm not into college, but I mean, I'd go.
Sure.
So.
Well, it's good seeing you.
Sam, how old are you?
I am 40.
40. Okay, yeah. Did you just recently turn 40, or because it took?
No,
you a
I
second?
turned 40 in December. They just kind of these years have really like come at me fast. You know?
I don't know anything about you. I've talked to you for like 30 seconds. Married, single?
I'm totally married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's intense.
Is it?
Yeah. I met my wife. It's funny. I actually met my wife when I was homeless. I was 4 months sober and still homeless when I met her. But I didn't tell her that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a deal breaker.
So obviously, your place or mine didn't come up.
You know, she asked. She was like, "Can we go back to your place?" And I was like, me and my roommates, we're not getting along right now." And my roommates were seagulls.
They are hard to get along with.
Talking, taking my food.
I mean, technically, if you were like in a car and she said, "Can we go back to your place?" You said, "Stop the car, we're here."
Yeah.
It's pretty much anywhere you.
Where were you living? Like were you?
I lived in a lot of places. I lived in abandoned houses. I lived on a porch couch for a long time.
Okay.
I've lived in tents.
Did the people know that you were on their porch couch?
Yeah. My friend Mark. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Didn't invite you inside?
You didn't want me inside. I wasn't really an inside kind of guy. Like not at night.
like people have outdoor cats and indoor cats.
An outdoor roommate.
He's an outdoor Sam.
Now, was this in a temperate climate? Where were you?
No, I was in Washington State. In the summer, it's nice though.
Sure, but I mean in the winter.
In the winter, it got kind of hairy, but I would hide at my mom's house. My mom said I could stay at her house if I was sober.
Okay.
Like she had good boundaries, but I wasn't going to be sober.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'd rather be chilly than sober.
But you're sober now.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, in 5 days, I'll have 15 years sober.
Oh,
June
Sam,
10th.
that's
Wait,
great.
June 10th. What day is it?
June 9th.
Oh, it's tomorrow. I'll have 15 years sober.
All right.
I like a guy that doesn't know how old he is and doesn't know what day it is.
He's out of brain cells and
Sure.
such.
Yeah. Sobriety doesn't bring back the ones that you lost.
No.
Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
take recovery really seriously, and I'm grateful. A lot of my fans that I've met are sober people. The best messages I get are other people that are like, "Hey, I quit doing meth, and I really like your jokes," and I love that. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool. So, you're married now and housed, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay,
We bought. I'm a homeowner.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I
So,
was
so your wife works?
Yeah. That's keeping the dream alive.
You're home full now.
Yeah. I was actually president of my HOA.
No way.
Yeah. I didn't like it. I thought it'd be funny because I could like write jokes about it, but it was just really dumb.
Tom loves HOAs.
Usually it's some retired guy that had a crappy job that never got to boss anybody around, and now he can come over and tell people who work hard and have a lot more money than he does what to do with their front lawn.
It is. He's dead on. Did you handle money, or were you also the treasurer of the?
No. I think it was mostly a ceremonial position.
You were a figurehead.
Well, it was weird because they'd be like, "Oh, so and so's their grass is too long," and I'm like, I just want to have like cars in my yard. Like I grew up in Spanaway, Washington, and like yard couches, tarps. But they were like, "Oh, his lawn." I'm like, "It's fine."
He's only got 2 washers out there. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
We're speaking with comedian Sam Miller. Sam Miller is out there on the road, and you can find him at sammillercomedy.com. Some great clips of you online. Some really funny stuff. But you are a very big guy. Would you say 6'6"?
6'6", 360, yeah.
Wow, and sober for 15 years.
15 years.
Do you mind if I ask what your drink of choice was back in the day?
Meth.
That's a pretty good drink.
I didn't know that it was now available as a liquid.
You can put it in anything.
I started with weed because I heard it was a gateway drug.
You wanted to work your way up.
Yeah, and it was like weed, psychedelics, alcohol, cocaine, methamphetamine, and then and it got really bad, but also it was really awesome sometimes. I don't know,
But you got your head clear and you're okay now.
For the most part, I mean, being a human being is like hard,
man.
And I take recovery really seriously, and I'm lucky. I have a wonderful family, a wonderful community, and I get to do stand-up comedy for a living now, and that's amazing.
Great. So you should be proud of yourself. We're proud of you, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself most of the time.
You should be.
Well, you picked the right day to come because we're going to have some snacks, if you will. We got some burgers. We got some pork chops going. We're doing a special tribute today to Omaha Steaks. We'll get to that. But before we do that...
Are you a father? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got 2 kids, man.
Oh, well, see, happy Father's Day.
Yeah, Buddy and Oliver. They're 12 and 10. They got big heads. It's awesome.
Now, do you mean that they physically have big heads?
Yeah, big heads.
Sam is a very big guy. Looks like he could be a lineman in the NFL.
I'm huge.
Yeah, you're a big fella. 6'6", what'd you say, 340?
No, 360. It's actually 370. But I say 360. The treadmill, I've been doing cardio because I found out I have high cholesterol. And the treadmill, it's like, how much do you weigh before I start running? And I have to lie and say 350 because that's the max weight.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Otherwise, it won't start.
Nice. And we've learned a little bit about you. You have a couple of sons. I think you said they were 10 and 12.
Mm-hmm.
You are married.
Mm-hmm.
You are 15 years sober tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And there was.
Did
you get sober before you went to jail?
No.
Okay.
No, it's usually the other way around.
I'm just asking.
Yeah. No, I went to jail and then I got sober. And actually, the last couple of years, I didn't go to jail at all. Yeah, it was a wild scene. Jail sucks. They won't even let you leave. Yeah, they won't even let you leave.
Not even like on a long weekend? You can have a fun Labor Day?
Yeah, it was bad.
Did you have the tattoos before you went to jail?
Yeah. People ask me this. People ask me a lot of times like what it was like being what it was like with the meth, and I always show people, can I show you my tattoo?
Yes, please. Yeah.
This is my,
because I see him on your arms. He's picking up your belly.
Whoa. Oh, okay. And
what
it
does
says,
that say?
Let's dance.
Let's dance.
On your belly.
Yeah. Are you a Bowie fan? Or?
No.
No, a meth fan. That's the tattoo you get.
Did you get that in prison or pre?
No. I got this from a guy in Omak for a bag of dope.
Yeah. I'm confused.
Yeah, I always tell folks, like, if you want to know if you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, just read your belly tattoo.
It should let you know.
Yeah, and I don't even like to dance. Like I was on one. Yeah.
Was that your idea to put it there?
Yeah.
And did you write the words "Let's Dance"?
It was just he wrote him, the tattoo guy.
But I mean, Did he suggest that you get a Let's Dance tattoo?
No, it was
your idea. Okay.
Yeah.
What-
I had you get inspired.
Sure.
Yeah,
you do. And by the way, I did just buy the official Sam Miller T-shirt, and it says "Let's Dance" right on the belly there.
Yeah.
It's the coolest, most unique merch I've seen from a comic in years.
I try to get my shirts. I also have these ones that say Sam Miller's Seagull Eggs on it, because there's this thing that happened when I got sober. People would come up to me and be like, "Hey, I'm scared to ask you this, but is it true? Like, somebody told me that you were eating seagull eggs." And I had to tell people, "No, that's a rumor. I was never eating seagull eggs." And if you want to, that's what it's like when you get sober after being really high for a very long time, is that there was a rumor going around that I was eating seagull eggs, which really hurt.
Well, you had no way to fry them up anyway.
No.
Yeah, you would have had to rock them.
Yeah. Well, and we've established the fact that you were couch surfing for a while.
Yeah.
And one of the couches outdoors.
On a porch, yeah. People would ask me if I had a house yet, and I'd go, almost. 20 feet.
You're one of those outdoor friends that we've all had.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. I mean, I fell out of a tree one time.
How'd that happen, Sam?
I was at this house party, and I was drunk, and this girl showed up, and I owed her money.
Yeah.
And I knew she couldn't get up this tree, so I climbed up this tree. I brought some beer up the tree.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I like this story because I woke up in the hospital, because I think this is a good story about addiction and alcoholism, and that those who suffer from it, is that I woke up in the hospital. I don't remember what happened.
Okay.
And the doctor was like, "Sam, I think we got to talk about this. I think it's time to make a change." And I was like, "You're right." And I was like, "I got to stop climbing trees."
That's the first of 12 steps.
Yeah. I had a tree problem.
I'm guessing the problem was gravity.
Yeah. It was bad. It was
Tom, have you seen one of his arm tattoos is a fish? What kind of fish is that?
It's a burbot.
Oh, a burbot.
Yeah, and then I got a flower.
Wait a minute. Hang on. Slow down.
Burbot?
What's a burbot?
It's like a freshwater lingcod.
Now, I had heard that you were eating burbot eggs. Is that true?
I don't know.
That's caviar in his world.
I don't live in a world of absolutes.
Sam Miller is our guest. Sam,
things happen.
Can I see your right arm? Can you hold
it?
Yeah. It's a
that would be
machine gun or something?
Yeah, that would be an AK-47. Because I wanted to be a tough guy. And then when I got sober, one of the jobs, so I had all these different jobs after I got sober in 2008. And one of them is I was an assistant. I worked at a preschool. I was like a preschool teacher.
Really?
And yeah, an assistant preschool teacher. And I had to wear a sock on my arm to cover up the gun tattoo, because it would make parents uncomfortable and children curious. Yeah, and it's a thing. Like, I love my life today. I'm a really good person. And even back then when I was getting high, I was still a good person. I just didn't, I was really sick, you know?
Yeah. And you made bad choices.
I made really bad choices.
Yeah.
But some of that stuff too, like I think about it, my dad died when I was 12, like things went really sideways for a really long time. And that's the thing is like, I always say, I'm glad that I could put this out there, is that I didn't get high because I liked being high. I got high more because I hate the way I feel when I'm sober. I wasn't running towards something. I was running away from that feeling, you know.
But now you're feeling good?
Sometimes, yeah. I'm 51% good. Like being a full-time stand-up comedian and a full-time dad and a full-time husband is a hard way to make a go of it in life. But things are looking up now. Look at me now. I'm on the Bob and Tom show.
So now you talked about meeting your wife, kind of. So you're on your first date, such as it is, and you couldn't do your place or mine because your place was the street. How did you actually physically encounter her for the first time?
She let me come over. Which was cool.
But I mean, did you just meet her on the street?
No, I was bouncing at a bar, and she came in, and she was big, and she had tattoos, and that's what I'm into. I like big women, and I like big women with tattoos.
Oh. Sure.
Yeah, and that makes sense, because big women have more room for tattoos.
It's a wider canvas.
It's just more canvas is all that is.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do you have a favorite one of hers?
She has a tattoo of her breastfeeding when she got it after her son was born on her arm.
Is it on her arm? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like a baby on her boob.
That'd be really
That'd be really hot. Wow. Right now, I thought we would let Sam enjoy a little bit of news with us and perhaps comment. What have you got, Christy Lee?
The Supreme Court has sided with Jack Daniels in its trademark dispute with the makers of the Bad Spaniels dog toy.
They have
The squeaky toy, which is shaped like a Jack Daniels bottle, is part of the VIP product Silly Squeakers line of chew toys. Lawyers for Jack Daniels argue the toy misleads customers, profits from Jack Daniels' hard-earned goodwill, and associates its whiskey with excrement. I don't get that jump, but
It's because of the you've seen this the toy. It says Jack Daniels says old number 7. The toy says old number 2.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's so silly.
The court did not decide whether the toy makers have violated trademark law, but instead sent the case back for further review. While Jack Daniels,
this is on some technicality, so
it
was a unanimous decision.
Oh, it says the old. It was?
Yeah, that's rare.
Yeah. It says the old number 2 on your Tennessee carpet. That's where it comes in. I should have read ahead.
It's a joke, for God's
I
sake.
know.
Now, unless Jack Daniels, I'm assuming, doesn't have their own chew toys for dogs.
Mm-hmm.
If they did, there might be an issue. But otherwise, they should have embraced this.
Yeah, they could have some fun.
Yeah.
The original bottle notes it's 40% alcohol by volume. The parody features a dog's face and says it's 43% poo by volume and 100% smelly. The packaging of the toy notes in small font, this product is not affiliated with Jack Daniels Distillery. The Silly Squeakers line includes Mountain Drool, which parodies Mountain Dew, and Hein Sniffin, which parodies Heineken beer.
Yeah, at least they aren't tying up the courts with frivolous stuff. They're doing the important matters at this.
What they should do, they should go with find a bourbon company that has a sense of humor, or a whiskey company, like do Maker's Bark. Or something,
that's good.
I would think this would be helpful to them. They should, like you say, embrace this.
Yeah.
Have a little fun.
Wild jerky.
Yep.
Yep. Where does the dog come in?
Dogs love
Dogs
jerky.
love jerky.
Oh, so the wild jerky would be jerky for your dog.
Yeah.
Oh, very
I'm
good.
down.
I didn't pick that up. Thank you.
I just like the
I give
old
my dog
number
the
2.
I give my dog those liver cubes.
Oh, I bet they'll love them.
Liver cubes.
Oh, they're delicious. I mean, they're.
Are you sampling the dog treats again?
They're dry. They're the size of dice.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
Those are bouillon cubes. You aren't supposed to feed those.
Because you
can put them in a water bowl.
You can keep them in your pocket.
And they're freeze dried. Are they
Yeah,
freeze dried? They're real light.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, but they apparently have no sense of humor. I don't get it.
I give my dogs pieces of dried beef lung, and it's terrifying.
They love that too, yes.
Yeah, they go nuts for it.
Where
Yeah,
do
it
you
makes
get dried beef lung?
I used to order it.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
For dogs.
When I had a dog for a little bit, and I she loved it.
Yeah.
So you'd go to the grocery store and the butcher and ask him to give you some
No,
beef
if I
lung?
remember, Oh, you know what? I did. I bought it at like one of those. It wasn't Whole Foods, but it was a type of grocery store like that. And they had their own. Yeah.
Huh.
But I also had ordered
So it was
some.
like Whole
and
Foods, so it cost $400?
It was not cheap, but it was definitely beef lung. They went crazy.
I never
Or
heard
she
of such
did,
a
rather.
thing.
Sorry.
I'll have to try this.
Yeah.
Dried beef lung?
Yeah. I'll tell you what grocery store it is.
Did you blacken it just for?
I did. Yep. Yeah. She liked it Cajun style.
Some of those dog treats do look really good sometimes.
They do.
I'm just there's no way.
Have you ever eaten dog food?
No. I knew a guy who would do that.
I ate Alpo one time drunk. It was out of the can. It's got gravy.
There's no way it's good though.
No.
It's not bad. I mean, it's not anything I ever did again, but it's chunks of meat and gravy.
Do you know what kind of meat it was?
It's bad, dude.
It's not.
I think it's just Salisbury steak that
Really?
they couldn't sell in
Do you
the
think
entree.
that? We'll talk about that off
like
the
racehorse ass or something. What's his name is
You shouldn't eat it out of a can. That's classless. Put it on a plate.
Plate it, yeah.
What Christy is implying that you were eating sea biscuits and gravy.
We're coming right back with more comedians. Comedian Nick Novicki is coming up in just a couple of seconds. You don't want to miss that. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
BTW, FYI. Visit Nexplanon.com RN to learn about Nexplanon. It's an gestural implant, 68 milligrams radiopaque. Or ask your HCP IRL. Okay, TTYL.
We're back now with more of the Bob and Tom Show here for a Thursday morning. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom studios. Let's do a segment here with comedian Nick Novicki.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Ace Cosby's here.
Howdy.
I'm Chick McGee. And here is Tom Griswold with our special guest.
Thank you very much. We are joined by comedian Nick Novicki. Hey, Nick, how are you?
Hey, good. Thanks for having me back on.
It's good to see you. It's good to see you. And people may have seen you with Nate Bargatze recently.
Yes.
And coming up, you're going to be in Vegas with him.
Yeah, going to be in Vegas. I'll be in Atlanta, Tampa. Been touring all over the country with him, so it's been pretty incredible.
He's got a great new special out there.
That's right.
That they're pushing. If you get a chance, be sure to watch Nate. And I have not seen the special. Do you get even like a little anything in there?
I do. I give a little fist bump on the way in to him. I opened for him in that special, so it's pretty crazy. And I'll be honest, performing in some of these crowds has been really nuts. I performed in front of 5,000 people in Hershey, and I'll be honest, I was nervous, not about performing in front of all those people. I was nervous about performing in a city who's identifies as a chocolate factory.
And we should point out,
I was just walking around paranoid.
They might not ever see him again.
Yeah, we should point out.
They're going to put him to work.
You are a man small of stature.
I'm a little person, and when you're in
yeah.
Hershey, you got to make sure.
And I said this.
I'm a comedian.
When I first met you, there's no way this is going to come off not the wrong way. So I will say in advance, I think you're hilarious, and I really enjoyed meeting you. That's why we wanted you back. And I mentioned this the first time I saw you, but don't take. You look like a miniature John Lennon.
I'll take it.
I mean,
I'll take his royalties
birthday's today, John Lennon.
Yeah. I mean, very handsome, nice hair. You could do a nice Beatle haircut if you wanted to. But you're a small guy. How tall are you?
So I'm 3'10".
Wow, 3'10" dude walking around Hershey, PA. Yikes. I have never been there, but I understand you can smell the chocolate.
You can. I'll tell you what, Hershey is amazing, but definitely you could smell the chocolate, and you wake up thinking, man, I think I want some chocolate.
They have Hershey Kiss street lights.
Yeah.
They
I've
look
heard.
Yeah, my grandpa used to work for them. Pop Charlie.
He did?
Uh-huh.
What did he do for him?
Pop Charlie slept in the bed with your other three grandparents, right?
What?
Yeah.
It was Pop Charlie.
Finally got Pop Charlie, and then you went out and got a golden ticket. and
he was in maintenance, but he worked
It's
there.
interesting to me that in some ways
he was an engineer.
His pockets full of chocolate.
He worked on the machines that make the chocolate.
Remember, like those early Bruce Springsteen songs, all the guys had nicknames.
Uh-huh.
That's how you have Grandma V.O.
Right, Pop Charlie.
Pop Charlie.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Drunken Billy. Don't forget that. Drunken Billy.
Does everybody have uncles and aunts that have weird names?
I don't know.
Yeah. What did you call your grandparents?
Well, I called one Grandma.
Uh-huh.
Grandma V.O. behind her back. And the other one was Grandma Ruth.
Right.
And then Pop Charlie and Grandpa.
Okay. All right. Okay. No weird names?
Nope.
Chick? Did you ever meet your grandparents?
Yeah. You know this story. My dad's mom, I never called her grandma. Her name was Helena, so I always called her Lena when I was a kid until she passed away.
Lena?
Oh,
sweet.
Did you know she was your grandma, or was she just another lady in the room?
Where did you think I grew up?
I'm just asking a question.
Yes, I knew she was my
How
grandmother.
funny if you're 12 years old and you're like, yeah, Lena's coming over. She's like, oh, I haven't seen my mom in a while. And you're like, wait a second, that's
Wait a minute, they told me it was my sister.
I thought you just had a fun friend.
That's like Jack Nicholson's story.
No. Nick Novicki, did you ever meet your grandparents?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let me point out,
Tom never did.
Never did. I did meet one of my grandfathers was alive, But he was. I remember going
Embarrassed
over.
about being
No,
late.
I could be.
Sorry.
I remember going over there, and the house smelled like death, and
Oh gosh.
it was awful.
Well, at least it didn't imprint on you at all.
How's it going? Hey, I'd be here more, but it smells like death here. All right?
It's got to be like Fisher Cigars. It's like
Holy
death in here.
hell.
What was his name? Something
Grandpa
like
Bio, right? Was
Mr.
his-
Dead.
The Grim Reaper.
The only one I met, his name was John Kenny.
John Kenny.
And I didn't really meet. He was scary and old and half dead and smelled bad. And I
That's
just
a good
remember.
rock star name too, John Kinney. You know.
Yeah.
Just-
Oh yeah.
Now, did you meet your grandparents?
Oh yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. Again, I'm trying to be nice. You are a man small of stature.
Yes.
Were your grandparents also little people?
No, I'm the only little person in my lineage. So interesting thing though is our daughter. I have a 2-year-old. We don't know if she's going to be little or tall.
I bet she's little now, huh?
She's actually 35.
She and your wife share clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
But Tom, please keep guessing about what's going on.
But you're married to a little person.
I am
correct?
married to a little person.
Hey, Nick, real quick, I am sorry about anything that my dad says this morning. I am terribly, terribly sorry.
Oh, we're good. Come on, I love this show.
It's interesting to me now. Is again all these questions? I'm sorry in advance. Is there a test you can take, a genetic test or something, or are you just going to wait and see if she gets taller than you?
Well, look, I got a certain amount of jokes for her being little and a certain amount for her being tall. So I'm kind of hedging my bets in between. But the crazy thing is my dwarfism doesn't show up until you're 3. So we're in this place where we don't know if she's little or tall.
Oh.
So my favorite thing to do is late at night, I like just sneaking in the room and looking at her while she's sleeping all angelic. And I just go up to her and I just say, "What are you?" And I just walk away. No. I mean, look, we're going to love her either way, but it's an interesting thing. We don't know.
You know, I know that you used to live in Nashville. Now you live in Los Angeles, and assuming that I know the writer's strike is over, but the acting thing is still a mess. But when it comes back, I know you're a young actor. Do you? I mean, this sounds dumb, but presumably when you go to auditions, this would be true of anyone, whatever stripe they may be. You look around the room, and there are, in your case, 50 guys that look similar to you, presumably.
Yeah.
So do you get to know them kind of? Hey,
a
little club of.
Yeah. It's, that's the beautiful thing about it. I know, so many little people that have been working forever, and we have our own little group of guys that we hang out, and we're like, oh man, Steve's coming in. He's going to book this, in the waiting room.
Are there any inside jokes that only another little person would get? That are like kind of insulting. That if I said it, it would be awful.
Not really. I mean, it's just like, it's a camaraderie for it, though. It is like some of these guys have been working for so many years. And, I mean, things are changing now. Peter Dinklage, blew it up
sure.
Too, with Game of Thrones. So, it's kind of just such a crazy time. I mean, I've been acting and doing stand-up for 20 years. So to see now, even to see me, I've been in 50 TV shows and movies. So when I started out, you were basically going to work in specific roles, every Christmas time. Hey, let's get we got commercials coming, and times have changed, And so
but a gig is a gig. It's great to if you wanted me to be the elf, where is the money's green?
I have a pension, So
what are some of the movies people might have seen that you're in?
I've been in recently Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the new Spider-Man movie, the animated movie.
And you were in what capacity?
So I play Lego Spider-Man. So
That's you?
They go into the Lego world, and I'm Lego Spider-Man. And I'll be honest, it's really crazy, too, because there's so many people that are fans of that movie. People come up, and they want photos all the time. And I was taking a photo with this one guy, and he's like, hey, can we take another? I go, sure. He goes, can you get on my shoulders for this photo? I go, no. He goes, why? I go, well, a couple reasons. First of all, I'm 40, so that's the biggest reason. Second of all, I'm SAG-AFTRA, and there's a strike, so I can't do stunt work. All right.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh, that is so funny. We're speaking with Nick Novicki. He is a stand-up comedian. You've been working a lot with Nate Bargatze. That's going well.
Yeah, it's awesome, and it's been amazing to see him, blow up, and we've been friends forever, and so getting to tour around the country with him has really been incredible.
Yeah, this is again, and I'm not trying to be. I just imagine in your early days of stand-up, I'm sort of seeing this happening because the folks in here that all do stand-up know how it goes, or they get your name wrong or whatever. I'm just seeing you getting introduced, and you walk out, and the mic is 5 feet off the ground, and they haven't had the courtesy to lower it for you.
You know, I mean, that's the beauty of comedy. You could always do that joke. If that happens, that's real life. That's authentic. I'm like, hey, who planned? That's actually how I got into comedy. I would raise money for Little People of America, and I would always open with a joke. There'd be a podium with no stool. I'm like, who's planning this thing? I'm 8 years old. You know, I'm 2'6". You know, have we done any thinking about this? You know, and so I'd be the guy behind the podium. I'm like, I'll just give the speech to myself.
Now, when you go, for example, I love grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
And I recently had occasion to help a lady get something that was in the top shelf. I mean, not to be difficult. Do you have like a set of stilts, or do you have to ask people? Or?
No,
Come on, man.
I wish, man. My stunt days are done. So no, I'm just good at asking people. You know?
I'm a shelf climber, baby. I'll climb a shelf.
That's my.
We are coming back in just a couple of minutes with rejected license plates and stripper names next hour. But next, comedians Dave Landau and Matt McClowry. Come on back.
Whether it's a movie night or just midday, Skinny Pop is a salty snack that keeps on giving. Made with just 3 simple ingredients for an irresistibly delicious taste and a large serving size that lasts. Deliciously popped, perfectly salted. Skinny Pop, popular for a reason. Shop Skinny Pop now.
More of the Bob and Tom Show now on a Thursday. Welcome back. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. The gang is back in here live on Monday morning with the first live show of 2025. We have comedians Dave Landau and Matt McClowry in this segment. Let's check it out.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with 2 very special guests.
Comedian Dave Landau has joined us. You've brought your best friend along, I understand. He is Matt McClowry. I have not met Matt prior to this. Matt, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Now, I'd like to clarify because there seems to be a certain awkwardness in the air.
Yeah.
I think I can facilitate getting you less ill at ease, if you will.
Okay. I don't think I'm the one who needs to be put at ease. I think that's everybody else.
That's precisely what I want to do. You are let's see, what's the word I'm looking for? Not victim. That would be too awful.
Victim? Let's not do that.
That could potentially be.
That could be everyone else in the room. Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
You have Asperger's.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I'm like Mr. Bean if he might have a gun on him. That level the thing is, it's not actually called Asperger's anymore. In the DSM-5, it's just high functioning autism. Like I put a joke about it online, and somebody replied to me. They said, "You can't use that word anymore. It's politically incorrect. It's a slur." So I replied, "Shut up, Asperger's." If it's a slur, I have it. That makes it my word.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep saying Asperger, and I'm going to put the hard R at the end of it, too. So I'm a house Asperger.
What is the phrase? On the spectrum?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's,
Yeah, I never liked that one. It sounds like a roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. You're at Cedar Point. Did you ride the Spectrum? It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great.
I think of Rainbow.
Yeah. No, but that's
well,
you're
that's a different thing.
Okay. Whoosh. You guys are buddies, though, right? You and Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we met 20 years ago.
Literally 20 years ago.
When he got in my car and kept reading signs.
Had you been identified at that time as, did they label your particular sphere of existence?
Yeah, I was
You know what? He's right. You're the one who's weirded out. What the hell's going on over there?
It's so difficult
Will
these
you
days.
not do this in front of company?
Please
Please
say you had been properly diagnosed and
when I was 17. Until then, it was just my fault. You know.
yeah.
I'm from that generation.
Okay, you know what I'm saying. It's just awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in a world you never know what you can. I just learned what was 2 or 3 months ago. I didn't know. Maybe you know this, Dave. You ever heard someone goes, "Hey, that was really expensive. That thing was really a jip."
Oh yeah.
First of all, I thought it was JIP. Then I found that it was GYP, and then I found out that stood for gypsy, which is politically incorrect, which I was not exactly aware of. But I never knew that saying something was a gyp was a slur on an Eastern European people.
Yeah, but only to those filthy nomads. It's not.
I didn't know.
My neighbor who's made a fortune in turquoise jewelry was real offended.
I thought gypsy was some made-up Hollywood word that they used for homeless people in the movies.
Right, that it didn't actually.
What are we supposed to call those people now, then?
Travelers, and then there's another.
Travelers, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's another one that's acceptable.
Oh, now here's Josh on 10 Minutes of Nomadland. How wonderful and beautiful it was.
Nomadland is poetry in motion, my friends. It's
they
wonderful.
were gypsies.
It's Frances McDormand crapping in a bucket. Okay.
That's all you remember. And
my favorite review of that movie.
Because I cried when she did that.
My favorite review of that movie called it poverty porn.
Well, that critic was also a moron.
I love that.
Wait a minute. When you say also a moron,
it wasn't about being poor. It was a chosen lifestyle.
Yeah, they did.
It was about being boring.
Matt actually hit one with a car, and she said Asperger's.
That's a thinner joke.
So Matt, if I were to be introducing you to someone, and
you wouldn't bring it up.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't say don't be concerned about the blank stare and the weird attitude. And I would just say, hey, you figured out yourself. You're on your own. I can't figure.
This is the perfect storm. Is what this is.
I can say, look, I know this guy seems like a total weirdo, but he's on the spectrum.
This guy seems like he's right. You wouldn't say any of that in polite society.
He's like all of us. He's doing the best that he can.
Well, I'm a performer. I might be turning it up a little.
There's a human being under there.
And you're here.
I blame Landau. You knew all this would happen.
You're smiling over there, Dan.
Look at him.
Okay, let's.
He's my favorite person.
I have no doubt.
Let's enter the realm of normality. You are a dad, Mr. Landau. Is that correct?
Yes.
You have a son? I remember you said that one. Right?
Oh, yeah, he's 8 years old.
Oh, nice. Good age.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best.
I have a daughter, too.
Yeah, and he just had a daughter, and I'm the godfather to his daughter.
Oh, wow.
Which is amazing, and being a dad's amazing to me. I mean, being an uncle is amazing to me. I'm a kind of guy. I don't like people showing me pictures. Besides you, I love seeing pictures of your kid. Most people, it's awful. It's like, look at my kid, picture my kid, see my kid, look at my kid, picture. It's like, relax. It's been 2 years. You're not going to find him. But with your daughter, I mean, I'd love actually saying, because you're the first person who's trusted me to be a godfather, which I love.
Well, I mean, you live several states away, so it's not like I have to ask you to watch her.
It's a pretty easy assignment.
How old is she?
She's a year and 2 months today.
Oh, that's great, man.
Oh,
that's sweet.
Yeah.
And now your 8-year-old son. Do you mind if I ask what his name is?
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Right after Kurt Russell in Tombstone. No joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wyatt Earp?
Yeah, Wyatt Earp.
Yeah.
But specifically Kurt Russell playing Wyatt.
right. None of that Costner BS.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great name, Wyatt.
What
is Wyatt? Let me think. He's third grade.
Yes.
And what is he up to? Does he have any unusual hobbies? Or
he's great at football. Fantastic at football. He plays in 2 baseball leagues. Both travel. So he's inherited. I think he's my son. He's inherited none of that from me. And I'm not somebody who lives vicariously. I let him pick all his own stuff, and he's a great drummer too.
Oh, cool.
You know, smart. Dave, that Kurt Russell's son is named Wyatt as well.
Really?
Absolutely.
Look at
looking right at
I
him.
literally just found that out.
And he's also an actor. Yeah.
Wyatt Russell?
I will not have my son be an actor because Amanda Bynes.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
I just feel like
Cautionary tale.
Honestly, I just feel that adults should play kids in movies now. It's enough.
Well, typically they do. I was reading somewhere the average age of the cast of what's the most famous high school movie?
High School Musical?
No, well,
I'm thinking of Grease.
Grease?
Yeah, in Grease, yeah. What's her name? Stockard Channing looks like she's 50.
40 or 50?
Yeah.
Grease is a perfect movie. You watch your mouth, mister.
I think you have it confused with Grease too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
He's
kind of like The Godfather.
He's right.
Yeah.
Two's better.
Up a notch, and who would have thought?
Yeah, or Dumb and Dumber 2. I was joking, guys. I'm sorry.
I had a mouthful of coffee, but I would have been laughing out loud.
Not good, is it?
No, sadly.
Oh,
it's not
no,
nearly
it's
as
same
good.
cast.
Horrific.
Yeah, you'd think.
Really?
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they made some mistakes.
They got it wrong.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
Wow. Okay. Well, we're hanging out with the fellas. Patty G, we'll have to get one more song out of you at some point.
Yeah, but we have a special guest.
There's something
My God.
happening.
Something very special.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. The weird beard has arrived.
The hair has grown since the last time I saw him in the hallway.
Are you dyeing that hair black on top?
It's Father Manson.
God bless you, my child.
Oh yeah. You see, you could not pull off the priest thing like that.
Oh, I know. I
like it. I've looked very much like Jesus.
Okay, well, that's Jeff Oskey. Show these guys how it's done.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jeff Oskey. Dave, Matt, you guys don't know this. We give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskey with what you failed to mention news. Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, before we get started, I have a new sponsor at the news desk. Today, the news desk is sponsored by Penny Loafers.
Oh.
Penny Loafers. It's the only shoe that makes sense.
Sure.
Oh! A barber was arrested for selling drugs out of his barber shop. What you failed to mention, officers became suspicious after his haircut ran him $287.
It's actually pretty close.
A prisoner escaped while having surgery on his injured penis, according to the Bangkok Post. What you failed to mention, he should probably stay away from that post.
Bangkok, you see.
Cruise ships. I don't know if you guys saw this, Dave and Matt, but cruise ships are now kicking passengers off who bring or use marijuana on the ship. What you failed to mention, and that's why I stick to cocaine. Haven't been kicked off one ship. In the future, porn watchers in the UK may have to have their faces scanned to view pornography online. What you failed to mention is that their regular faces or their faces. There's a new dive bar Christmas tree that smells like a dive bar. What you failed to mention, it looks great till you turn the lights on.
Holy hell! You did that right once, Tom? Didn't you take a rabbit home and broke up with a dog or something? Or was it? Oh, that's a Halloween.
That was a Halloween party.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, Petoskey, Michigan was the place.
Yeah, you're right.
I was in costume.
Yeah.
Yes, I took a mouse home and woke up with the dog.
Yeah, cute little mouse.
Yikes.
A drunk Florida man was arrested for molesting a manatee mannequin that stood in front of Rick's Reef Restaurant in St. Pete's Beach.
Yep.
Well, you failed to mention, that explains why Frisch's big boy has a restraining order against him as well. Just molesting all the
big statue.
Wasn't the manatee wearing a T-shirt?
Yes.
Did someone say tacos?
Yeah. Or eat more tacos
That's
or
a
something.
great
He
man.
was very molestable.
Yeah.
Yes. Pole dancing improves women's mental well-being. What you failed to mention, until she bends the pole.
Yeah, that's got to be.
Yeah, class is over again today, ladies. Trisha's fat ass bent the pole again. Trisha. We learned that over time, human males no longer have an actual bone in their penises. What you failed to mention, evolution does crazy stuff. Along with the lack of the bone in the penis, our most recent generation of kids were also born with no backbone. Just getting a little edgy.
Snowflakes.
Let's get
Abdullah oblongado.
Spineless.
And finally, we learned human birth control pills work on female gorillas. What you failed to mention, they decided to go with that after the seventh scientist lost his arm trying to get a condom on the grill. I'm Jeff Oskey, and this has been the news, and we all failed to mention.
Very
nice.
Jeff
Oskey.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
We are coming back in just a couple of seconds here. Don't go away. Stripper names are on the way. Plus, Pat's dad is discussed here on the Bob and Tom Show.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
We've got you on the Bob and Tom Show, the best of the Bob and Tom Show here on a Thursday, and this is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Let's find out some stripper names, shall we? And Pat talks about his dad.
At the news desk, it's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick, how are you, man?
I am well.
Good.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I am Chick McGee, and here's our friend. It's Tom Griswold. Hello, Tom.
Hey, hi.
How you doing?
Good seeing you.
All right.
We have a lot to get to today, so let's not dilly or dally. What have you got over there?
Dear Bob and Tom, Chick, you said yesterday you wished Bend, Oregon would just stop messing around and change their name to Bendover.
Yes,
Oregon.
it was a brilliant.
This is from Brian. I did a little research, and near Richmond, Virginia, there is a historical district called Bendover. Unfortunately, Brian says, when you Google something like that, you also learn Ben Dover is a British porn star.
There you go.
And by the way, going by first pet and street I grew up on, for my porn name, I would be Whiskers Brunel.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty good.
Very good.
Thank you.
Now, is that for your
Brian.
porn name or your stripper name?
That's the porn name.
Okay, your porn name is what again? What is it?
The street you grew up, my first pet, that's the first name.
Okay.
And the street you grew up on.
So I'd be Duffy Duffield.
Duffy Duffield.
Okay.
What would you be, Josh?
Spats Trails.
That's all right.
Seems like a specific genre there.
Yeah. Yeah, outdoor foot fetishist.
All right.
What would you be, Jess Hooker?
Mine would be the worst one. It does not work at all. It would be Dog Southway. We had a dog named Dog when we were kids.
Dog?
Dog.
Oh, God. Really?
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's really cute.
It's cute as the day is long.
A Chinese Shar-Pei. Yeah.
Oh, one of those things.
And you thought it was a vaguely Asian, Dog? Sure. Yeah.
Oh, that's, I see.
I don't think my mother was that clever. I just think she liked the name.
Dog sounds kind of Japanese, actually.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Or something scientific or computer wise.
That's possible.
Oh, I got the Dog 6000 on my iPhone 15.
True.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with a 4000.
Ace?
Is it pet name first or street?
Pet name.
Pet name?
Missy 62nd.
Missy,
I like it.
62nd.
62nd.
So was it a street?
Yeah.
The one right
Missy
the one,
Street
the
is
one
better.
right here?
There you go.
Missy.
There's another 62nd?
No, in California.
What do you mean?
Lots of 60 seconds.
They number the streets everywhere. What are you talking about, you lunatic?
No, I didn't
So
know.
if somebody says, "Yeah, I live on 42nd," you're what? On Broadway? You're on the.
Wow.
You live in New York City.
5th and 42nd. Oh, that's a hell of a place.
I was going to say, if it's the 62nd Street right over here, you can't get there. They've had it blocked for a year. Sure. They're trying to close every business.
You know what you just proven? You are living right here in your head.
Here and now, that's the way to go.
You don't have anything else
I'm
going
in the
on.
moment.
And
no, Ace was born in California.
It all relates to you.
You were born in California?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Remember the hospital? What the hospital?
Cedar.
Cedar. Made out of cedar, huh? That's
Nice.
weird.
Smells good.
Like,
Smells good.
like Abe Lincoln was born in a cedar.
Cedar cyanide.
Cyanide.
I've been there.
Poisonous.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to sports.
Boots, thanks for asking.
Oh, it wasn't.
I have one too. Thanks for asking.
Was your dog or cat named Boots?
That's my cat named Boots. My mother liked cats.
What's the street?
Oak.
Boots Oak.
Boots Oak.
No, it doesn't work.
That doesn't work. Pat.
Puccini Oak. My dad loved the opera.
Puccini
He named
Oak.
a pet Puccini. yeah.
Puccini.
Our first pet.
What was it? A dog or a cat?
It was a German Shepherd, believe it or not.
Oh, nice.
That'd be kind
A
of
German
cute.
Shepherd named Puccini. That's odd. But it wouldn't he go with a German opera? Wouldn't you think? A lot of great German operas out there.
That's my dad. He's a wacko.
My dog, Cosi Van Toot. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's a little pretentious.
I almost want to get another dog to name it. What is it? Cosi Van Toot?
Yeah, it's an opera, whatever.
Hey, what was I going to ask you, Pat? No, I better not.
You can ask me anything.
No, never mind.
Do you think there are snobs out there that do that? The porno, the adult film name is the name of your first horse and your and the opera your parents first took you to.
No, your first horse and the name of the street of the first home you owned in Florida. Go ahead. Take your time. I know there have been many. It's the first house.
Sanibel Salt Lick.
Well, if it was opera, it would, of course it would be.
Yeah.
Long Mane Deflator Mouse is the name of my porno name.
That's a great porno name.
Yeah.
Deflator Mouse.
Amadeus Boynton Beach would be.
No, not the town. Not the town. The street.
No, but I like. Oh yes.
Yes. No, if Puccini's a great name for a dog. You call him Poochie?
Yeah, Poochie.
Poochie is short.
Oh, you called the doggy Poochie?
Yeah, my dad would do that occasionally.
Was Poochie a boy dog or a girl dog?
It was a boy dog, believe it or
And
not.
your father was
in the theater?
very active in the theater.
I'm surprised he liked Poochie.
Talk like
oh, that sweet Poochie's not
talk
for me.
like that.
You know, my favorite story about your dad, though, he
You
was
never suspected. Never mind. Go ahead, Tom.
I mean, your dad was a very fine theatrical director.
Talk like Richard Burton all the time. Where have you been, boy?
And
how many scarves did he own?
At least one, I know, like a purple one.
Do
He
you
wore
have
it to
that?
weddings.
Do you have that?
He wore it to weddings.
Did he wear like an ascot?
Yeah, and he wore like purple bell bottoms to one wedding.
I have arrived.
I'm here.
Was your dad a hippie?
I don't know what he was.
Was he
just
one of those like
flamboyant?
Was he one of those like Hugh Hefner?
Very much so, but
45-year-old?
like a portly Hugh Hefner.
I sure would have loved to have been.
Very flamboyant, purple scarves, active in the theater.
Absolutely.
Well, lucky you're here.
Six kids.
Wonder who's seen
I'm the
them
oldest of
used.
6.
Oh my God.
We all look like him. Tell where we came from.
Tied a toothbrush to it one night and got it to work for a lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they used it.
No one talked about that back then.
In utero that far back. Wow.
No, I love your story about your dad and the Shakespeare. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I would take. He would take me to the Stratford Festival up in Canada, and I guess I was precocious at 11, and we were driving
I
up.
hate this joke.
I was driving up, and I said, Dad, did Romeo and Juliet sleep together? He says, well, in the Chicago company, they did.
Oh, that's so great.
Chick, do you at least like Pat's dad would say?
I like the way your dad talked. That's for sure.
When he was directing a group of men, and he wanted them.
I need you to be more masculine. The chorus, more masculine men. Balls, props, balls.
Do it with balls, and then he would yell, props.
Pat, you have got to start writing this thing down. That is so great.
Did you have in holidays and things? Did your father bring home like Uncle Steve or anything like that?
We had various theater people around all the time. We had these 2 women that would come by, Sylvia and Tony, and I never knew what was up with Sylvia and Tony until I got older.
Oh, okay.
It was all kinds of people. It was fantastic.
Well, what was up with them?
Yeah,
Oh, they were together. They were partners.
Those were different times. We had a couple down the road that were quote unquote sisters. Till they weren't.
No, kid. But you guys, did you think they were sisters?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They're great people.
Yeah. No, of course. I'm not saying that.
In those days,
the way
it was.
You just assumed,
Yeah, it was just one of those things.
They were just friends.
Well, didn't your mother teach phys ed? I mean, come on.
Yes, my mother taught phys
And an
ed.
amazing athlete, right?
My mother was a very good athlete. Yes.
Yeah, my mom's the one who played catch with me, not my dad.
Huh.
Your dad was playing catch with somebody.
Well, I don't know about that, Josh.
I'm a bottom.
He was bottom in Shakespeare.
What was your dad's first name?
Joseph Gerald. He went by Jerry.
Jerry. Pat will do all of this, but he won't go to that last step. Oh, no, that never happened. There's no way.
Well, I always got the impression your dad was more of he was like the straight guy in the theater, and so he was like the ladies' man in a way.
Yeah, he
got all the side
He
action.
dilly-dallied with people he probably shouldn't have. At the time.
Okay.
Had he been gay, I think it would have made him even cooler. That's
He was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm here.
And your dad went to the opera every week, right?
Every Monday by himself, one ticket to the Metropolitan Opera.
Did he ever take you?
He did, till one.
Which one?
La Boheme.
Ah.
Yeah.
I go by myself because I'm orally pleased in the balcony.
You ever see Midnight Cowboy?
You understand, boy.
You can't be there. It'll throw me off.
Steve will get mad.
Did you enjoy the opera?
I couldn't believe how good it was. Yeah, it was amazing. The production was, they had animals on stage, and it was incredible.
You know how they made those animals do whatever they wanted?
Prods?
No, they when the animals misbehaved, they beat them. Ooh. And then when they did what they wanted, they stopped the beatings. So you see.
Really?
Yeah.
At the Opera House, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy, they were savages.
That had to be really rough backstage.
No,
that's where my dad's ashes are at the Met.
Elephant crap everywhere.
They are?
Yeah, 1/6 of them. Yeah, I have the other.
Who measured them?
My stepmother.
Did you
with a cup or
did you?
I have mine in a cup.
Did you think she was making biscuits? Or
I don't know what she
Did
was
you
doing.
just distribute them on the floor there? Or?
My brother did. My brother James did. Yeah.
Wow.
On the stage, he got in trouble too.
It's highly illegal.
They caught in the middle of a performance.
You can't just go willy-nilly spreading ashes.
Oh, wow. They do it at a lot of stadiums all the time.
Sure they do.
Hey, why are the three tenors coughing so much?
How did he get up to the stage?
I don't know. He's all over New York, so
maybe he toured it. You can tour it.
Did they? Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. We need to move back to the sports
Wait a minute,
page.
Your brother's very active in the theater as well.
Yes, he is. He's in the arts. Does some painting.
Oh, he does a painter.
Dancing, choreography, ballet.
Ballet mostly.
I'm sorry. So we've established everyone's porn name. Is that correct?
Yeah. Stupid world record. A man from my vacation spot, Cyprus, has broken the Guinness World Record for the most wine glasses balanced on his head.
Yet.
Professional busboy.
Are you finished with that, ma'am? Stacking it on top of his head.
No. Professional glass dancer.
Glass dancer?
Is that a major at any school?
Aristotelis Valaoriditis has shattered the previous record. By the way, you have that, Josh. I didn't know how to tell you.
Okay.
That's what that is?
Aristotelis, the lesions. And
this is crazy.
I thought it was eczema.
Pus. A previous record of 270 wine glasses balanced on his... That's the old record. The new record is 319 wine glasses balanced on his head.
Well, I've got to see this.
Yeah, it looks like a wedding cake.
Weigh?
It's trays.
Oh, okay.
It's trays of glasses.
They have trays in between the glasses?
Yeah, but it's stacked up. It's got to be 3 or 4 feet high, and he's got it on his head, and he's walking around.
Counterfeit.
And there's no wine in the glasses, so he's bussing the table after the drinks and all that. It's amazing. Fun, pointless. It's everything we love.
To break the record, 9 trays of glasses were stacked on top of one another that the 62-year-old Aristoteles then placed on top of his head. Not only did he balance them for over double the minimum time required, 10 seconds, but he also moved around and gently danced before the glasses eventually came toppling down. The total weight of the glasses was 66 pounds, and of course, several of the onlookers were cut by some of them.
Many lacerations.
It was
Gerald Godwin, your thoughts on glass dancing?
I like it. I like the choreography. You caught me off guard. I was looking at a song.
He was thinking,
I'm sorry, Pat.
I can't pronounce it today. I'm
Pat
drunk.
was busy
I'm drunk.
actually working.
Next.
It's worth seeing a picture of this
Glass
thing.
dancing.
It's pretty amazing.
What the hell's glass?
Don't you remember the movie Glass Dance? She was dancing around, and then she sat on a chair, pulled a rope, and a bunch of shards of glass fell off.
Oh, what a feeling. Yeah, Glass Dance.
It was
Remember
an
that,
awful
Tom?
film, really.
Was flash dancing? That wasn't really a thing. They just invented that for the movie, right?
I've honestly never seen Flashdance. I only know that scene.
You don't think there were part-time strippers? I think that's what she was. Worked at a.
She was a
foundry.
welder.
It was a welder, and she worked as a stripper at night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's not just a dancer. She's stripping.
Did she
I don't think she was a stripper.
Pretty sure it's
Wow.
No, she was just a dancer.
Yeah.
No.
It's like right middle of the her dances.
No, I think she
It's beaver time.
What?
Yeah, that's real cool with the water in the bucket and everything, but beaver time.
Let's see that.
Do you remember in Forrest Gump, Tom, the Jenny is up there. She's like trying to, she's playing the guitar naked. And there are these rowdy men in the front row.
Yeah, that's right.
And one of them yells out, "Get her a harmonica." And it's sad in the scene, but I was the only person in the crowded theater that laughed out loud and get her.
That's funny.
Did you ever hear a Sherry Lewis tribute?
You mean
Lamb
the,
Chop thing?
The puppeteer?
Yeah. Clam chop. Remember that? It's a very, very unusual ventriloquist act.
Oh, no.
That's a heck of a skill, isn't it?
Yeah, remember that? We move forward and return to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Stupid world record.
What do you got?
Britain's 12th oldest man.
Oh, yeah? What is this now?
What? Britain's 12th oldest man just turned 107.
That's amazing. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I choose this story? Well, you're going to find out.
He recently revealed the secret to his long life, eating the cereal known as shredded wheat.
Shredded wheat, my favorite cereal.
How about that?
Mr. Leonard Howes of the United Kingdom, born in 1916.
Congratulations, Tom. You have something in common with one of the oldest people on the planet.
That's right. Once again, the benefits of a classical education.
Oh, is that right?
Have you learned to eat shredded wheat?
Leonard served in World War II, and he was old then. And has seen 5 different monarchs on the throne.
Think about that.
Oh, while they're using the bathroom? That's weird.
That is weird. He's a
Ms. Carol Howes, his daughter-in-law.
How old's this guy again?
107.
Because of what?
Oh, shredded wheat.
Eating shredded wheat.
That's what he says.
I guess in the abstract, that might be the interpretation. I don't think it is.
That's why he lived so long. That and the fact that during World War II, he was in the mail room.
That probably helped.
He put his long life down to eating shredded wheat with full fat milk and plenty of sugar for as long as he can remember.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, boy, that's delicious.
Doesn't say anything about equal there, Tom.
Well, I eat my shredded wheat with skim milk.
I eat mine with mustard. I like to just dip it. I know, just dip one in mustard and eat it that way as a snack.
That is
sick.
fascinating.
That's
fascinating.
Wait a minute.
Do you now? When
That's making me sick.
They're
Just buy
plain.
Triscuits. They're the same thing almost.
They are, but when you're out of Triscuits, and
You
you have
use
to, that's
Now, do
how
you
it
eat-
happened.
I didn't know you smoked pot.
We're going to wrap things up for you here in just a second with some rejected license plates. Funny segment. Come on back for it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Life is made up of many gorgeous moments. Cherish them all, big and small, with Blue Nile. Whether it's for yourself or a loved one, Blue Nile's unrivaled selection of expertly crafted fine jewelry and statement pieces help make all your moments sparkle. Blue Nile's experts are on hand to guide you, and their diamond guarantee ensures you get the highest quality at the best price. Celebrate a life well lived in the most radiant way and save up to 30% at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com.
This is the Bob and Tom Show for a Thursday, and this is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. Here's our last segment this morning. It's about rejected license plates.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's our leader, our founder, Mr. Number One.
Fearless leader.
Big T.
Big T?
Big T.
Yeah, Big T in the house.
Big T.
That's what my physical therapist calls me.
Big T.
Oh, that's cool.
Big T.
Really?
Keep you motivated?
Yeah.
Who called you Mr. TG? Was that in the Bahamas?
That was a server lady in the Bahamas. Yeah.
Server lady in the Bahamas.
I don't mean to. Some people get upset with the word waitress, but she was.
Do you remember what the lady in the Bahamas called me?
I do.
Remember this?
No, I didn't hear this.
Sugar bush.
Oh, that's so good.
Because my beard was
I can
more
never-
salt and peppery then.
I can never forget that because my mother lived in the Sugar Bush condominiums.
She looked a little bit like Della Reese.
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
Does she have a sweet?
Much like earlier today, you couldn't say the joke you had in mind out loud.
Yeah, you can't say one.
I can't either. Mine's different.
Yeah, she
but
called me
equally
Sugar
offensive.
Bush, and we lived together for 3.5 years.
Oh, lovely.
Give it a shot.
Okay, we got.
I gave it a shot.
We got to get to this news story about license plates, but
I want to go back to the one that you gave us before we took a break.
Which one?
B
Chicken.
Oh,
C
No.
CK
And
Okay,
NY
Christy,
booty.
Set this up, will you?
officials are sharing some of the personal vanity license plates that were rejected in 2023 at the Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles. They include
Where's this?
Indiana.
Okay.
Some of these are also. We have another list from Canada.
Yep.
Equally interesting.
All right.
So we left you with CKNBUT.
And it's not chicken butt, but thank you, Christy. That was,
I see
you.
chicken butt.
Okay.
All right.
These are the ones that they wouldn't give these to people.
No. All right. This one's kind of cute. I can't believe they didn't let this one out. GOTA space POO.
Oh, gotta poo.
That's kind of
Got to poo. That is
innocent.
kind of.
I think they're trying to keep it away from the scatological. I think is the logic. So I imagine it's my understanding from talking to someone that works at one of these license branches that they
Is that your understanding?
They
and you expect us to believe you know someone who works at a license branch.
Uh-huh.
yeah, she used to work here actually. And
Oh, I know
That's
who you're
true.
talking about.
Yeah.
a list is circulated among all the states that have the vanity plates, just to kind of be on the lookout. And there are people that always get away with something.
Oh yeah.
Here's one that I love. This is not on the list of forbidden ones. This is on an actual vehicle. It's this is on a from Pearl River, Mississippi. Beautiful plate.
That's where Elvis was born.
It's RZLDAZL. That's
Razzle
right.
dazzle.
Razzle dazzle.
Oh, wow. I saw this one last
It's on a
night.
Jeep. Yeah.
2THF1XR. Think about it.
Tooth fixer?
Yes.
So a dentist, perhaps?
Isn't that cute?
Do you think
Tooth
I could get PLSHR HOLE? You think I could get that?
No.
Hey, you know what you could get?
PLSHR?
You could get me some. You could
SHR.
You know what you could get? No, check.
PLSHR HOLE.
You could get me some coffee. Yeah, could you go into Broad Ripple? I'd like
I
something
still
from the
don't know.
Monon place.
I'm still trying to figure this out.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what it is, Tom? PLSAR hole?
SHR.
SHR?
Pleasure.
Hole. Oh. I still don't know what the pleasure hole is.
Well,
You don't?
why don't
On
you
chick?
stop by and
Just
not on me, on anybody.
Just press Chick's prostate button.
Oh.
By the way, I'd like to clarify
Miss
for
Sugarbush.
someone that wrote a letter. Prostate, no R.
Prostrate.
Prostrate means you're lying down, getting your prostate
Right.
checked. Okay. Once again, these are rejected vanity license plate suggestions.
Some of these aren't. They don't seem that bad to me. What's this mean? Zero, I guess. BOLLOX.
That's our English.
Yeah, that's cussing in
England.
Yeah,
bullocks.
in Indiana, it should be fine, but in Canada, it may not be.
Yeah, see, some of these are from Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, this one was from Indiana. It said one doobie.
Numeral 1,
Yeah.
DOOBIE. They don't want too many drug references.
The next one you
Well,
have
if they
to write
give them
down.
one doobie, I should get pleasure hole. That's all.
No, wait,
Yeah.
wait, hang on a second. Now, Chick,
Yes.
restraint for the next one.
Okay.
Numeral 4.
Numeral 4.
Space.
Q.
A.
Oh.
N. F-I-L.
Okay.
When you're a fan, you're a fan.
I guess.
Yeah, that person is pro.
Yeah.
For it.
So
Wait a minute, let me write it down. I'm not getting it. 4-N-A. For A.
So when this guy shows up at your daughter's for the prom
God.
in his minivan,
no kidding,
with the 4ANIL plate.
Oh.
Now
You
I'm
went
much
with I instead of A.
Now here's a more subtle
Yeah.
one. You'll need your pencil for this one. A55
Ass.
Oh, is this like boobies on one of those old calculators?
A55 M4N.
Ass man, yeah, ass man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this next one puzzles me. I don't know why they would. Do you have the next one that starts with an A? AVG?
Yeah. AVGSIZE.
Oh, average
Average
size.
size.
Oh, I thought it was vag season.
That's cute.
Yeah.
No, it's
Vag
rabbit season.
Vag season.
Vag season.
Wabbit season.
Yeah, it's funny because I walked into REI.
Fire.
I walked into REI last week. I said, "Hey, listen, I'm looking for. Is it vag season? No, that's it's only bow and arrow vag season."
Yeah, you can only use the bow and arrow.
Now this next one is
Average size should go. That's
Average size seems okay.
lighten up.
I bet they thought it meant
Penis.
Yeah.
I bet they thought it meant vag size.
No, I bet they meant.
I said that's why I was. I got it.
This next one is tricky. It's a letter B.
Booty hole.
Letter B, numeral 1.
Oh.
Letters GTTYS.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Sure.
big mouth.
It's okay. Don't encourage him. The one looks much like a capital I's, and I wish you'd shut up.
Be careful.
Okay, the next one, I can see this one.
There, look at this one. Now that guy means business.
The vanity plate really is just Iddies, IDDIES.
That's
but he
funny.
has, is it a Tennessee?
No, I
Something
think
like
it's
that.
a Taylor University. maybe?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Which is a Christian university.
Christian college, yeah.
This guy rolls up in my driveway for my Christmas party. It's going to be a great party.
Yeah.
That guy knows what he's doing.
That can't be real.
Yeah.
Well, it's
well, look.
it certainly looks
Sure
real.
looks real.
There's a guy in my neighborhood that just says dumper across the back of his. I have a picture on my phone and it just says dumper.
Wow.
Now that got by. So,
yeah. I don't know what he does.
Okay, here's one. There'll be no speaking after I read this one. Are we clear on this?
Yes, sir.
FUXU numeral 2.
I can't figure that one out.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, that's fine.
Wow.
Yeah, they rejected that one.
yeah, I understand that one.
How in the hell would that ever get by?
This one didn't get by. Letter C, space, WORD.
Oh,
Seaward.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this one's a little...
I like this one.
Are there boats out there that are named Seaward,
Yep.
SEA?
Oh, yeah.
NCL has a C word.
Right?
Yeah. SEA.
Yeah.
Classy. You're going to spend $1 million on a
cruise
beautiful
ship, yeah.
vessel and name it.
Seaward.
How about this one? BIG
Big
space
space.
PEEN.
Maybe it was. Maybe the guy has a large ball peen hammer.
Maybe.
A large big pen.
Here comes old Big Peen.
Yo, Big Peen. Titties is here.
That's two
That's
E's.
Iddies. That's Iddies. He goes to Taylor, you fool.
He's studying to be a
sorry,
reverend.
It is Big Peen.
Okay. Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goody.
There are more.
You think they'd let me put my last name on a license plate?
No.
I
Probably
bet they would
Nope.
question it.
Yeah.
Hooker.
I can't do an NFL jersey.
That's such,
Even though
such
there
a bummer.
are, I think,
Fair
three-
Hooker was an NFL player.
Yep,
Yeah.
there are like 3 or 4 hookers playing right now in the NFL.
Yeah, it has to be team specific.
Do you think they'd
If
give you
does.
J Hooker?
I don't know.
I don't. Yeah.
I haven't tried that.
How about BJ Hooker? Then
Wasn't that William Shatner?
BJ Hooker,
I think it
$5
was
sign.
Heather Locklear. That's how she got on the job. On the job. Did I say
Here's
job?
one that used to be a bit of ours. MR
Mr.
space FISTR.
Hey!
Mr. Fister.
Yeah, wait, I feel like a part's been cut out.
It's been a longer.
It's like hearing shaving a haircut, not the second part.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to play Mr. Fister anymore?
I don't think
We're
so.
allowed to do whatever we want once.
You know, my dad always used to tell me that nothing's against the law if you don't get caught. Yeah.
I don't get this one.
Okay.
Rizzler. What's wrong with Rizzler?
Rizzler?
Yeah.
R-I-Z-Z.
I don't get it either.
Isn't Riz like for charisma, right?
Yeah,
Didn't we learn that?
Yeah, but
Riz
why is-
means charismatic.
Why is Rizzler bad?
Is it
Jizzler could be.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
is that,
Well,
is that a
Jizzler, yeah.
typo?
Well, you change any one letter, yeah.
The Batman
You know how
character.
I tell you?
If you had hit city, I mean,
Remember I told you any joke that ends in hat, I just start laughing.
Yes.
Almost the same with the word guzzler. I kind of like guzzler.
I bet you do.
The Canadians
Guzzler.
are really bizarre.
Canadians are out of their minds. Oh, man.
It's that cold. They can't help it.
You know.
Okay, here we go. These are from Canada.
Okay.
YSO space SLO.
Why so slow?
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
What? They don't allow that?
Nope.
How about I get something?
Rejected.
How about I get something for figuring that out so fast?
Yeah, you did. You did.
Why
how about
so
a free
slow?
pass from the rest of the show? You can go home.
Don't you dare
Here's
take
another
off.
one.
No, you should.
You know what?
Thanks.
If you have any balls at all,
You go home.
You walk out of here and get in your car.
Yeah.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Expert entrepreneur Ed Milet is on a mission to max out your life.
I exist here weekly so that you can make your dreams come true, become the man or woman you're capable of, and then pay it forward.
It's time to get laser focused on peak performance.
Clarity equals focus, and focus equals success. That's what I'm here to do every week with you. Max out.
The Ed Milet Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.